Hello, my friends. We are back. Both of us are coming soon. Jay's working on his computer, but it's good to see your faces. I can't see your faces. It's good to feel your presence inside and out. It's good to be inside of your ears with many different ways. Is this on? Can you hear me? Are we okay? Is everyone all right? How the hell are you guys doing? How the HE double hockey sticks are you guys doing? You could also say how the hockey stick Avender is your lavender. What am I talking about? I don't know what's going on. Maybe a touch rusty. Jonathan, I like your squirties. Those are nice. Jay will be here in just a minute. He's having computer issues. I wanted to wait, but as we all know, men are bad at waiting or at lasting long enough to not for the girl to not to do what she has to finish. Yes, the Mavs did get rung, my friend. It was terrible. It was awful. It was no good, very bad. Haagen-Dazs juice. But, you know, I missed half the games because I was on vacation. I would try to watch them, and you're in the Airbnb and you can't get the YouTube TV to connect. Just don't do it. You know, it's not worth it. Don't pay for it. Sorry, YouTube. I do pay for it because I'm an idiot. But yeah, you know, I think they were just tired when they got there, man. I'm proud that they got to the finals. The Mavs should have never been in the finals. But, you know, they got there and things just ran out of gas. And the Celtics, God, they're boring. So boring and just awful. Like, oh, we have 18 championships. 27 of them were 29,000 years ago, but we're still the best. We get it, Boston. You have everything. All your sports teams win everything, and you're the best. Even if you didn't play for the team, you're just a fan. You're all better than all the other fans, even though you live in Texas and you chose a team that had 27 championships before you. I'm just kidding, Boston fans. Congratulations. I just think Jason Tatum's one of the most boring human beings on planet Earth. And that whole team bores me, but they're really good. It's like the Spurs in the 90s. You know, in the 90s, the Spurs just tore shit up, like going crazy, you know, and they were so boring to watch. But then I was a Kobe fan. I was an MJ fan before. I don't have a team. All right. When it comes to the NBA, I am an absolute free agent. I'm a piece of crap, poop, duty, dong, diapers. But the NBA, you know, there's no loyalty in it. We don't have a local team. If we did, I would root hardcore for them and them alone. But the NBA is weird, man. Like, you got a super team, all the players leave, nobody cares. It's like, it's almost pointless to like root for a single team. So I'm a players guy. I was a Jordan guy. Then I was a Kobe guy. Now I'm a Doncic guy. And it had, you know, I'll just say it. I'll just say it here in front of God and everyone, even you, Jim. I like him because he's just a chubby white guy. Is that so wrong? You know, everybody talks about representation and everything, and I'm on board with that. I think kids should be able to see people that look like them in movies and things like that. You know, sometimes studios are ridiculous about it and they do really dumb things with it. There's a natural way to do that for sure, but I'm happy for people that happen. So I don't think it should be so bad that I should be like, that guy looks like me. He's fucking out of shape and he's really good at sports. And that makes me feel good. Like it could have happened to me. But, yeah, so I like Doncic, and he's really good, and I like his killer instinct. But anyway, how the heck are you guys doing? How was your vacation? How was your vacation from us? Because, you know, everybody needs a vacation from each other from time to time. I'm sure some of you were like, I'm actually glad to be away from those two gentlemen for a little bit, you know? But it did feel long. It felt like a really long time. I miss you guys. I miss you guys a lot. I can't wait for Jay to get here and for us to get into all your comments and stuff together and to watch the Smile 2 trailer, which I've seen everybody talking about all this time. And I appreciate that, man. I tried to get some sun. I stayed in the effing sun for 10 straight days, but I'm old now, so I have to be like, I got to put suntan lotion on every 27 minutes. So I didn't feel like I get as much sun as I usually do because, you know, I'm like that dude in Deadpool 2, like the dad character who's squirting suntan lotion. He's like, I don't know who this cable guy is, but I guarantee he hasn't killed as many people as melanoma. I did almost get eaten by a shark for the second year in a row. I'll tell that story real quick before Jay gets here. That was scary. You know what? Don't go to the golf. Don't go to the golf in the Alabama. Don't go to the golf in Florida. We're there. And the first day we're swimming, we're deep in the water. Me and my kids, we just stay in the water. That's just what we do. When we go to the ocean, we stay in the ocean. I grew up on the ocean, so I'm not usually typically afraid of it. I get out there, I go crazy, boogie boarding, all of it. Never thought twice about sharks. And then last year, my daughter got chased by one. You probably heard that story. And you think, okay, I got chased by a shark. Based on the odds, that will never, ever happen again. I will never even see a shark in the ocean again. This year, we just heard that day that there was like 2 shark attacks off the Florida coast, which isn't that far from the Alabama coast, right? And this poor teenage girl had to have her arm and her leg amputated. Thank God she survived. Another woman was viciously attacked. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that afterwards, but two shark attacks within hours apart from each other is insanity. Like the odds are astronomical of that. It was like, just it was insanity, and it's so heartbreaking that happened. But that day we were out and we were swimming, and someone was like, shark, pulled the kids out of the water, saw the shark going by. We're like, that's crazy. Our dumb white butts got back in the ocean the next day. That day we were like, all right, we've been swimming for a while. I think it's time to take a break. That's a sign we should get out of the water for the day. So as a responsible father, we went to lunch and finished the rest of our day elsewhere. But the next day it's like, hey, we're people. We're humans. Do not let the terrorist sharks win. So we went back to the beach the next day, got in the water, but I'm super cautious. I'm keeping the kids behind me and the shore where they can reach safety if they have to, right? So I'm doing the dad thing, just out there shirtless and the gut hanging out, just watching for sharks. And I swear to God, this is crazy. So I had this. I keep my wedding ring here now because I keep losing it, right? So I had this on, and you're not supposed to wear jewelry in the water. I never wore jewelry, so I never thought about it. And I think this is what happened. I think it was actually my fault that it happened. But I'm standing there and I'm looking out, and we're barely in the water. We're barely like past our ankles in the water. Just me and my 8-year-old. My 14-year-old's on the sand, with my wife and my mother-in-law. And I'm looking out and I'm watching the waves, and the water was super clear. It was really nice. And I just see this huge shadow, and I shoot you not. This was so frightening. I saw a shadow and I thought, that's not a shark. And then it kept moving towards me, and I thought, that is a shark. And I saw its face. That's how close it was to me. And it was a bull shark. And I'm talking beelining, dude. Like in the water, under the water. It was no fin on top. It was under the water, just the shadow of this big, like it was like 5 feet. But I mean, come on. That's scary as hell. And it's coming towards us. And I grabbed my 8-year-old who was behind me. I grabbed her and I flung her out of the water. And we were only, like I said, we weren't far from the shore at all. So and that thing followed us all the way to the sand. I didn't get in the sand, but like I had time to grab her, yank her arm, turn around. And I hurt her poor little arm, not bad or anything. But she's like, why'd you hurt my arm? I was like, to try not to get eaten by a shark. It's not like I left a bruise on it. It wasn't like that, but I, grabbed her arm enough to scare her. And then we had time to see the shark turn after we pulled out and go this way. And then everybody on the water saw, like everybody stood up and was like, shark. It was awful. Don't go to the Gulf. I'm done with it. And there's all these videos that you can see, like hundreds of sharks, like just barely there watching people. It's crazy. Guess who's here? It's Yev.
Believe it or not, it's just me.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm already sick of you again.
I'm down. I am down 10 pounds, y'all. No shits.
Nice work, dude. What are you doing?
Blowing a lot of dudes, drinking up their cum, absorbing their testosterone through their cum. No, it's I've been doing intermittent fasting for the last since I went back to the doctor, because obviously, so what happened with the doctor was everything was like generally okay, but I got my blood work back. I did some CBC and blood pressure way high, a lot of issues with that. So, he's like, you're fat, you need to lose about 15, 20 pounds. He's like, which is doable. I was like, yeah, I know. But I'm already down 10. A lot of it's water weight, I understand. But
you blew him right there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I gotta start.
Let me get down on my hands and knees and show you I love you. But no, yeah, I started with 14:10, and now I literally just finished my fast on 18:6. So
you're doing, what was that? You're doing 18 hours?
Today was 18 hours.
Woo! Man, that's tough. I try to do 12 hours almost every day.
Well, I don't know. The app I got was like, it's either, hey, listen, fat boy, it's either 14, 16, or 18. Choose your poison, because there ain't no in between. And then I was looking it up on Reddit, and they're like, yeah, 14 hours don't mean dick. There's like, you got to do 16. If you don't do 16, you're not getting any burn.
Oh,
so
really?
Like, that's what it said. I don't know. I was like, some asshole. It's like small wiener. I don't know. He was probably lying. But I did it anyway because I listen to small wieners because I have one too. But anyway, when I went to the blood work stuff, Yeah, I was just like, well, I got to change something. The main thing is like, it's been a week since I've drank, which is a big one. Intermittent fasting with not drinking has already like immediate results on 10 pounds.
Yeah, that'll do it. If you're a person who, when you do drink like 8, if you're a binge drinker and you drink like 8 to 10 drinks, that's half of your day's calories. You got to be careful with that.
I lied to him though when he told me, he's like, "You drink a lot." I was like, "Nope." Because he didn't even hang around. He didn't hang around to ask me that. Like he didn't even like second guess it. Because I said I was like, I quit smoking and this dude. By the way, he was a really nice doctor, really really cool doctor. And he was like, matter of fact, he don't give a fuck. Like he just tells you the way it is, which is what you want in a doctor. You want one of those. They don't sugarcoat anything. They was like, you're fat. I can see your titties through your shirt. You should be dancing in Vegas. Lose some weight. Like, you know what I mean? Like I like those kind of doctors. But he was like this. He said, he was like, he reminded me of the dude from the public defender from the Super. Like, and he talks like him. He looks just like him and he talks like him. So it was
I like that. I would take that.
But he like talks to himself while you're telling him what's going on with you. Because I was like, well, my father passed away last August from small cell carcinoma, which brought me in here. Then he was like, young man, you know, he's like, mentions father died of small cell carcinoma, which in fact led him to quit smoking. He talked into a thing where you're right there, like Pierre Marshowski. Yeah. He looks down like this and starts talking out loud. That's weird, dude. And then he like, and I was like, this is like what it's like to have someone narrate your life on A&E. It was great. Because he was like narrating my whole my life. You should have been like, I'm gay. So, but he was like, yeah. I was like, I've also been having trouble not sucking dick for a while, and I don't know if that's contributed to my degenerate lifestyle. But he was like, no, he's like, so I was like, well, he goes, you smoke? I was like, I was like, by the way, this week will be 9 weeks without a cigarette. But I was like, I haven't smoked 7 weeks, and he was like, how much did you smoke? I was like, probably a pack and a half a day for 20 years. He's like, okay, so 30 years, you're a smoker. I'm like, I said 20 years. Calm down, pal. And he was like, well, we take the half. You're actually a smoker for 30 years. I'm like, well, if you want to be technical about it,
you say it like that, bro.
Shithole. But yeah, so and then he was like, well, that's the smartest decision you'll ever make. But then he would stop and talk to himself, like after I would tell him something. And he was like, well, are you having trouble sleeping? I was like, I only get like 4.5 hours of sleep or 5 hours a day. But I did take care of my dad when he was dying in hospice and my mom before that. So I might have fucked up my sleep cycle. And I've kind of got like a little, and he goes, psychological trauma may have affected his sleeping patterns.
That's not funny, but that's fucking hilarious.
That's what he was like. Yeah, he was like, psychological trauma may have affected his sleeping patterns of 4 hours at 40 years old. But then he was like, but after everything, and was done, said and done, he was like, just lose some weight. And then after that, he's like, everything else is kosher. The CBC came back, and he didn't tell, because again, when I went to get the blood test, he's like, if there's anything wrong, I'll track you down. Which I never heard anything, and he had got the results before I did. I didn't get to look at it until Friday.
Oh, okay. I went. So you did get the results.
Well, no, yeah, I looked at them. I could see them online because it's LabCorp and they're whatever. But yeah, my blood sugar was bad. Like it was pre-diabetic. Like I gotta fucking lose weight. Like that's not even a joke. And also blood pressure was high enough to where it's like you gotta cut down on the drinking. Like drinking once a week is no big deal if you're gonna be fasting with it. And that's what he told me too. He's like, listen, he didn't say about the alcohol, but he was just saying like, if you just, he's like, because he asked you if you exercise, and he's like, don't give me this, I walk the dog shit. He's like, don't say that. And I was like, this guy. Yeah, he was great. No, he was like, because if somebody comes in here and says, oh, I walk the dog, and it's like a fucking Pekingese, I don't want to hear it. And he's like, if it's a big dog, I understand that, but if it's like a little dog, and I was like, no. He goes, are you active? I was like, well, I go up and down the stairs sometimes.
I had a sexual experience with my wife last night.
Yeah, and he was
lasted
like,
8 minutes.
He's like, well, so you don't exercise at all, so you have a I can't remember the sedentary life. I don't know what it
sedentary.
Is. Well, yeah, whatever it is. And he was like, well, all you gotta do is like, he goes, listen, do 15 minutes a day of walking, fast pace, whatever you want to do, 15, 30 minutes a day. Yeah. That's all you got to do. And he said, it's just power walk. And he said, if you don't, and I told him about my back has been fucking up. And like there was literally issues that I'd had or like had like thought about and had a hypochondriac like mindset for a while. And I was saying, he was like blowing. Yeah, he was like, the wiener's like not working. But he was like, no, he goes, listen, your wiener looks good. I'm touching it right now. It feels nice. No, but he was like, no, he was just like, I said something about my back because I had the issue with my back. And he was like, well, what happened with it? I was like, I did a push-up like 2 years ago. He goes, yeah, you probably pulled a ligament or you pulled a muscle or something like that. And that's all it is. It's not cancer or leukemia. It's like not every bump and bruise you have is like bad. But
that's not what the internet says, doctor.
I know, that's why I didn't mention that. Oh, he did say you've been looking up WebMD. He had mentioned WebMD. I was like, nope, I don't even know what that is. But
not me.
Yeah, but otherwise it's all good. All gravy trains. I am going to be drinking tonight though. Like I said, I just finished up the 18. I'm working on now. It's like 18 hours and 15 minutes. But
yeah, hey, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I got. Well, yeah, I was like, I'm not going out like John Candy. Fuck that shit.
No, not today. Not today, Satan.
Yeah, but anyway, other than that, it's been gravy trains.
Creeper poked on your back and you said, "Yes, Satan."
Yeah,
it
just awesome. Turned out to be my wife asking if I wanted to go to the store with her. No, yeah, but
scary.
Yeah, but he was a really nice guy. Really nice guy. I'm glad it was done. And then I just got back from the doctor's. She had to go get her her appointment done. It was like, because he was also, and I thank God, he was like, at 40 years old, he's like, you still got 10 years before you really got to start worrying about shit. He goes, at 50 was when you really got to start worrying about, the colonoscopy and all that stuff, which I can't wait to dig around your butthole, but we got to wait 10 years. So, but I was like, that's great. And then, everything else. But like I said, nothing from the blood results, even though I could look at them and see they were bad. One of the things was carbon dioxide was low, or was low, which is not good. But they also said
that's from the cigarettes, probably.
Well, yeah, they were like your body scrubbing out all those years of smoking, so it's normal for it to be low. And my blood pressure could have been as high as it was, probably called a white coat syndrome. You got nervous, you got scared, because my fucking pulse rate was high as fuck.
Yeah, what was your blood pressure?
It was like 140 over 110 or 150 over 110.
Okay, the 110 is real bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
150 over 110. Yeah, it was bad.
The 150 is not good, but the 110, that's terrible.
Well, that's what he said. The nurse was like, "You ever had high blood pressure before?" I was like, "Not that I know of." Why? And she's like, "It's pretty high." I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
You're like, "Great, we're off to an awesome start here. We're off to a great start."
But again, he didn't mention it. Like when I was in there seeing him, he never mentioned the blood pressure, and it was circled on the chart. I could see it where she'd circled.
That's weird. You think?
But he never. Well,
so you have a follow up though?
No, there's no follow up. He didn't even schedule a follow up. He said that because he looked at the blood tests that came back, and I guess what he saw was enough evidence for him. Like if he loses weight, it'll probably decrease the blood pressure. Like the issue with him is the weight and probably the drinking, and also that he just quit smoking. All those contribute to high blood pressure.
Okay, well that counts too. Yeah. Oh, and I had almost the same experience when I went literally for the blood pressure. Because I was at the dentist. I was at the fucking dentist, and he's like, "Oh, you blood pressure's pretty high," and I was like, "What?" And then I was like, so I panicked about it. I went and bought one of those little things, and I took it. And I was like, "That's high as shit." Yeah. So I went to the doctor, and he basically said, he's like, "Drink a little bit less." He's like, "Lose 10 pounds, you fat fuck." And then he was like, "Come back in 3 months and see me. And if you haven't fixed your problems, you fat piece of shit," he's like, "We'll put you on medication." And then I didn't go back, and then I just got fatter, but then I lost.
Sounds like an American to me.
Yeah, I got scared to go back. I was like, no, I'm scared. No, I can lose the weight, I swear. But what I did was literally before we went on vacation, I did it for superficial reasons. I've learned that you can do keto for like 10 days and like drop like 10 pounds pretty quick, but it's all water weight. It doesn't count. Don't do it. It's not good for you. But I was like, I'm gonna be on the beach, but I did that. But no, I actually took my blood pressure this morning actually, and it was actually totally fucking normal. But I've lost a bunch of weight like recently, and so
I had to look that up. But they were also talking about specifically one test on your blood pressure is not the end all be all of what your average is. They like you have to take it. They like don't count events, count average. So if it's an event, like if you're going to the doctor's office or you're going to the dentist or you're going somewhere and your blood pressure's high, that's an event. That doesn't count. So I mean, I'm not worried about. I have to bring it down, which obviously I've quit smoking, which is helping some. But it takes a long time for your body to get acclimated without a cigarette. It's like your body has to reset back what it was before it was non-smoking. And he even told me, he's like, you're never going to be what a non-smoker is. You'll never be able to. Don't tell me no.
Why would you say that to someone?
But no, he said, but it does matter though. He said you're going to get to a point where your chance of a heart attack, a lot of other issues in 10 years is gone down significantly. And he goes, it is the smartest decision you'll ever make. Like 100%, you'll live a lot longer. As far as drinking goes, I just got to cut down on it not as much like a day or just even like right now, this is the 5th day I've been on doing intermittent fasting is the 5th day.
It's actually, if you can get through those first few hours in the morning, it's not too bad. Now I haven't done 16. Dude, that's crazy.
I fucking know. That was the other day. 16. I had to break it. I was going I went into like some kind of fucking delirium. I was laying in bed and I couldn't fucking sleep because I was hungry. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like, I felt like Mickey Mouse was talking through me through the walls. Like how Freddy Krueger comes through the walls in Nightmare on Elm Street. I felt like Mickey Mouse was coming. I don't know why it was Mickey Mouse, but it was weird shit like that. I was like, I got to fucking eat some. So I broke it at 3:50 in the morning, but I haven't eaten anything since 3:50 in the morning. And it was a small meal prep. It's like 400. Also, I've been at a caloric deficit. I've only been doing about 1,000 calories a day.
Yeah, you got to take it a little easier on yourself. One thing at a time, maybe two things at a time.
No,
don't
nothing easy in this life, Adrian. Nothing easy.
Suitcases weren't meant to have wheels. No, but I will say, me and Katie are on the train with you, by the way, since vacation, because I had the opposite situation as you did over the past week. I drank every single day.
Yeah.
And I smoked every single day, and I ate fried foods every single day. But I had been on a 10-day keto thing, so I was like, I'm ready to get some fried shrimp in my body. But since vacation, Katie and I we've both quit smoking as well. We're going there with you. I'm cheating. I'm doing vapes, but neither of us have had a cigarette in 4 days. So this is a start. It's a fucking start.
You'll be like, oh, my wallet's as fat as my dick. No.
Yeah. Well, so me, it's way easier for me than it was for you though, because I only smoke when I drink and I'm vaping, so it's not even the same at all.
And then fucking the Grim Reaper himself had moved in with me for a little while, and has been staying over, and I got him in the guest room. It's been nonstop.
Listen, Benjamin is right. This is the testament to your health. You don't need to go to the doctor. If you wake up in the morning and you've got a hearty heart on, that means you're fine. All right. And he woke up with the dipstick test today and he was doing good.
Good for you,
congratulations, Bill. Have you
Did you try to suck your own dick? Let me know.
Sometimes I feel like it. I pushed it under the toilet. Let me ask you this. In your past 10 days or so of health, have you woken up with a big stingray in your pants yet?
No. I've been just passing out from exhaustion mentally and physically.
That's fair. I am a degenerate and I have dreams about. I had a weird dream, dude, when I was on vacation. I had a dream that I stopped Shaquille O'Neal from drinking too much because he was getting into it with the bartenders, right? He was getting into it with the bartenders, and I had about 16 drinks that day, so that's probably where it came from. But I was like, Shaq, stop. There's cameras. You're going to get in trouble. He's like, all right, big dog. And then Jennifer Aniston comes rolling up to me with her titties out. And she's like, oh my God, she's crying. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I just want to say thank you, Mike, because you got me the role on that show. And then she was hugging me shirtless. And it was a good dream. It was a solid fucking dream.
Rachel, I feel your tits. What are you doing?
Solid dream. I could see the weight loss in your face, by the way. You look good.
Well, then Mike woke up and that Friends song came on. I'll be there for you. My dick hard as wood.
I mean, you see, the titties were out. Titties were out. They were on my chest.
It's
a good dream, bro.
I forgot what I was going to say. Before anybody asks, I did watch The Boys. I've been watching it. Episode 4 will be this week. I know there's been a lot of speculation about it. It's been going down on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score with the woke shit. I know that people have been talking about that. I've noticed and seen some stuff in it that I'm not like, okay, I roll my eyes, but I just move past it because I like the show overall. But I don't really think it's as blindingly bad as the Acolyte's getting fucking shit on. Holy fuck, that is a nuclear winter. Oh my God. And they fucked themselves. Apparently Looper, which is I don't follow them, but I always know the movie Looper, but apparently Looper is a magazine or a YouTube channel or something. I don't know what they are. They apparently attacked Nerdrotic and the Critical Drinker for being biased or calling them racist or something because they didn't like the show, and then they deleted the video. And I'm like, you're fucking dumb. You guys are attacking and cannibalizing your own fans, and you wonder why they're turning on you. Anyway, I have no interest in watching it. It looked like shit to me on the trailers. So
the Acolyte,
yeah, dude, George Lucas himself have come out and said it's garbage. Like George Lucas himself.
I mean, yeah, I've lost total and complete faith in Star Wars. I know I did see some of the Boys stuff. Of course, I haven't followed the Boys since the first season, but I did see there was a lot of talk online of, oh my God, these people who love the Boys just realized that this show has been making fun of them the entire time.
That's also Eric Kripke, and Eric Kripke has actually shot himself in the foot for being a dumbass. You can't yell at.
I thought you meant literally. I was like
no. You can't yell at 50% of an audience and expect them not to shit on your shit. I mean, it's 51% rotten now.
What happened? What they do?
So originally what it was is The Boys is never meant to be. I mean, it's got some political stuff in it for sure, but more so it's about the corporate America. It's about corporate world and corporate greed. That's what the superheroes are in this world. They're owned and operated by corporations who everyone should be the enemy of. There's no corporation that's going to fall on one side of the political aisle or the other, except to fuck both of you. They don't care. Corporations are greedy and they should be not trusted. Anyway, that's what the show is about. They were equally making fun of the left and the right for most of it. But then some people were saying, well, now it's gotten to the point where when they make fun of the left, it's like they're using water guns. And when they make fun of the right, they're using fucking nuclear explosions. So they feel like it's an unfair balance of one making fun. I don't know, dude. I saw something about the snowflake thing on the last. I feel like it's somewhat balanced, but to be fair, there is a lot more political stuff going on in this season, and I think Eric Kripke should just shut his fucking mouth and make shows. It should, you're weighing. He's a showrunner. Just shut the fuck up and run the show. Like, I don't know why Hollywood is so obsessed with like ruining things before it or in the middle. These actors work really fucking hard on these shows, and so do the people behind the scenes, like setting up the scene, the production, and all that stuff. And just to have some asshole come on there and say, "If about this," and then that ruins them and it gets downgraded. You know what I'm saying? Just do the fucking show. I don't know. I feel like it's so. I'm tired. Like, dude, it's all like just so tiresome. That's why I can't wait for Beverly Hills Cop. I hope it's fucking
I'm
non-political shit. Yes,
I agree with Dean. No matter what you're doing, fuck politics. It's a bunch of bullshit. Don't waste your time on it. You'll just get angry.
Did you see that? I saw this interview with Axel, or I'm going to call him Axel, with Eddie Murphy. They were talking about the reunion with the guys from Beverly Hills Cop, Rosewood, and the other guy. And he was like, well, yeah, he goes, because everything's been like superhero stuff, like people been flying around and like they fly down and they serve justice that way. They had to wait a while to do Beverly Hills Cop because we're going to come up there and be like, freeze. Because he said that's why heroes have been. They've been flying around. They just swoop down and serve justice, and we're just cops. Like, please.
I agree. I can't wait for that too. I'm really pumped. I watched Roadhouse over vacation. It's the fourth time I've watched it with the Jake Gyllenhaal. It's my favorite movie of the year. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not afraid. I'm not. I'm not afraid. Roadhouse is the best movie this year for me. I've watched it 4 fucking times. It's time for me to move it above Dune 2 on my list of best movies of the year. I really believe that.
I haven't even watched
it. Who knows it? You gotta watch. Do you love it when you watch it?
I know I love Dune. I just haven't got a chance to watch it. I've been watching The Boys. I've been trying to finish up watching the X-Men because we canceled our Disney subscription because it's like I didn't give a fuck about any of this show.
I'll just give you my password. Fuck those people.
Yes. I
gotta finish that too, by the way.
I don't even know that's. Are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to share shit anymore?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. And then
does everybody want my password right now? I'll give it to everyone in the chat.
Show it on the screen. Show it on the screen. But yeah, so that's it.
Join the Patreon. Get my passwords to all my social medias.
Oh yeah. By the way, I know that we're gonna be doing that Smile 2. By the way, I had to reread because I've watched it, but I literally forgot all about it because it's been a while. And I read it again on Wikipedia and I watched. I was like, yeah, I didn't like it.
What?
Smile.
Oh, the first movie?
Yeah, it was all right. And I didn't hate it. I just felt like it was like a whatever. It was like an average horror movie.
Yeah, that's something we're doing tonight, guys. We're gonna react because it came out today, and I was like, we'll wait till the live stream and watch together. I had to text Jay to make sure he'd seen the first one.
Yeah, I know I've seen it. I was like, it was like one of those like decent poops that you have in the morning. It's not like that's great. Fair. You're not gonna feel great about it afterwards, but you're like, it was all right.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way. I think I liked it a little bit more than you, but yeah, it wasn't like going to change the industry. Let's get into what you guys are doing. We've missed you so much. We missed your butts.
Go ahead. You keep going.
Your faces. I don't want to do it without you. Come back. I can smell your crack. I want to do your stuff to your butt crack.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear me. Then cream betweens. The boys are back. I'm the dean, and my cream is in my betweens.
I saw it before I sat down, Dean. Nice and juicy.
That's right. We're gonna get double stuffed. Lay the machine with the fucking
holy shit, Lee.
Immediately. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. He says, yes, my boys are back. My day is complete. Now, Loomis, go wash Michael's underwears. Wash them skid marks out.
There's nothing on earth that will wash them skid marks out. I promise you that. You can use anything you want and nothing will come out. That is forever. That is scorched earth on undies. Besides that, he doesn't even wear underwear. You know that? That's why you can smell it. How do people die to Michael Myers? You can smell that walking trash can 50 yards before he gets to you.
That comment just reminds me of Airheads with the cop. He was the FBI dude. He was like, "You get home after 30 years of hard work and one teeny weeny skid marks in your underwear. You'd have thought I started World War III."
Yeah, some people don't like that shit. If they see skid marks, it's over.
Skid marks will do it too. Thank you, Lee. You're the fucking
you,
best,
Lee, man.
dude. Really appreciate that, man. Jason Perez, welcome back, lover boys.
Well, fuck you too, Jason. Oh, dude, it's just your profile pic.
that reminds me, dude. I walked into FYE one time, and this tubby dude comes over. Nothing against tubby dudes. I'm just saying it was pretty. And he walks up and he goes, "How you doing, Playboy? You need any help?" Call me Playboy.
Working that day, you asshole.
No, he called me Playboy. I was like, why did you just call me?
I know exactly what you meant.
Yeah, I was like, good, I'm fine. Yes. I have a question for you. If you could take out one of these scenes, what would y'all choose? Doc turning evil scene from the Halloween 18 hospital from Kills, or Michael fight scene from Ends?
They're both atrocious. And I don't like what you've done here, Jason, putting us into a box and saying now fight to the death. I will say,
which one's the Doc turning evil though? I'm confused.
That's from H8. That's where he puts the mask on. The Dr.
Sartain. Okay.
Yeah, I would have. Okay, listen. The Michael fight scene from the Ends. Oh God, that's awful. That's really bad.
With
Really,
Corey.
no, with Jamie Lee Curtis. At the end.
I was thinking he meant with Corey when like Corey beat his ass.
No, but that's what he could have specified that. That one would have been more of an interesting. But listen, I'm gonna take. God, they're both fucking dog shit. It's like saying which side of Joel Schumacher's dick would you like to suck today on Batman and Robin? I don't know. I mean, both are equally bad. Halloween 2018, when Dr. Sartain puts on the mask, he starts doing that. It's goofy as hell. It's really stupid, but it doesn't last. It like goes out as quick as it happened. I'll probably take the Michael fight scene out of the whole fucking movie and redo that entire fight. Because the end sequence between Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, and Michael Myers should have been epic. It should have been Van Helsing fighting Dracula. It should have been the end-all, be-all fights, and it wasn't. It was like a fucking Ultimate Warrior versus Honky Tonk Man. It's over in 5 minutes, and he's running out.
Or any of those early Mike Tyson careers, dude. Mm-hmm. I used to laugh so hard at how big that, and everybody would get so pissed because I couldn't afford fights. So I'd go over
$70.
Yeah, dude. I'd come over your all's house to watch him. Everybody would be in the basement. We get, oh man, we're so pumped for this fight. And Tyson would come out there and within 15 seconds just lay this big, tall John Deere white boy the fuck out. And then everybody would be so pissed. Not because they were rooting for Tyson, but just the fact that it was over that fast was crazy. Mm-hmm. But whether you're talking about the Jamie Lee Curtis fight at the end with the fridge scene, or you're talking about Corey beating his ass in the tunnel, either way, I would take one of those out and change them and keep the Sartain scene, because Jay's right. Nothing like it scared you. You went, oh, fuck. Dude, we were in the theater together and saw that scene. And me, you, and Cody were like, no, not like these.
It'd be like if your dick accidentally went into the girl's ass and you were like, and then she's like, what are you stopping for? Like, oh, thank God. Like, I thought it might weird you out.
That happened to me once. The girl invited me over just for that. It was the first time, and she had a gigantic jar of lube in her drawer, and I thought, well, that's a lot of lube. This is weird. But I put way too much on, and then it slipped in on accident, like too quick, and it went. And then she got up running away and putting her hands in the air and screaming, and I was like, I'm so sorry, but also I couldn't stop laughing. That was the side story.
I can't stop going.
That was wild. But like you said, the Sartain thing didn't last. It just scared us a little bit. Courtney, Mike, I'm sorry the Mavs lost, but rules are rules. Turn your porch lights off. I already turned them off, Courtney. I got so mad after last night's game. I went outside and I shot them out with a BB gun because that was terrible. That was embarrassing and it was awful. And just when you thought the Mavs were going to squeak back in, the Celtics would beat their ass again. Celtics are a really good team. They're boring as shit, and I hate them. And I think Jason Tatum is a pod person. But Mavs took an ass whooping.
Ha! My lights are already off. It's because I didn't pay the electric bill. So poop on you.
Joke's on you, pal. Gaza. Pearl Harbor sucked. I missed.
It's not a great movie, but we missed you too. And by the way, Gaza, I feel like when you said it, you look like that Tobey Maguire picture when you said that Pearl Harbor sucked.
he also said, I need you like Ben Affleck needs acting school.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben Affleck's gotten better.
No, back then he was really bad.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. He goes, what's wrong with your head? He goes, no, I think it's my heart. Oh my God, shut up.
Pearl Harbor is weird because like I loved Hartnett and I loved Affleck in that time, and that movie
cheating just shit pissed me off.
So terrible. Oh yeah, I can't get
that whole fucking cheating sequence was what pissed me off because Ben Affleck got fucked. It's no wonder that he became an alcoholic and he had to do the movie The Way Back. That's what happened after Pearl Harbor. He became a basketball coach addicted to alcohol.
Him and J-Lo are apparently on the outs. That's what the streets are saying. That's what the streets are saying. Michael the Beast Benson Comics. Benson is a fucking word, bro. Though you guys watched the trailer, The Beast Within, the Kit Harington werewolf picture. I did not see that one. Did you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see it, my friend. I'm sorry. He said, would you guys rather be a werewolf or a vampire?
We've answered that before, I think a few times.
Absolute vampire, dude.
I'd be a werewolf, dude.
Why? You have to fucking, dude, if you change into a werewolf, you have to go through the entire process.
That's some alpha shit right there. I like it though. Because I can go out in the daytime. I can have a life. I can go do things. I age slowly. I'm just not going to be immortal, but I age slowly. I'm resistant to diseases. I'm a badass fucking wolf. And I sing around a trash can with fire on, and I wear jackets. Why? Because that's just what you fucking do. I don't know. The whole namby-pamby Dracula. Ooh, what the fuck? It gets a little tiresome. And you can do whatever you want as a werewolf.
Sure, but like you don't even like remember it, right? Like you just and again every full moon you have to like your bones have to break and you have to form.
I would say you only become like you be the werewolf that you could control your transformations, but you could still. I'm saying you could still eat food when you're a human. You won't get like sick to your stomach. Like if you're a vampire, apparently they can't eat regular human food and shit.
Yeah, but I don't know of a single movie where you see a vampire rolling up to Taco Bell or like a gas station like let me get some of those hot dogs.
You don't know because they can't eat it.
They eat humans, live animals and shit.
Yeah, but that's
vampires be fucking, dude. Werewolves don't be fucking.
Yeah, they do. They are beasts in the bed. They got a bigger schlong, I'll guarantee it.
Well, that might be true. That could be true. Michael Parton said, "I miss you guys. We miss you too, buddy."
I miss you, Michael. Miss you, dude.
That's what I do with fingers.
I love you. Always have.
Rootin' tootin', Texas tootin'. That's a sight for sore eyes right there. I fell down the hill out back and crunked my damn back. I had to drink a shot with some Bengay. I hope Jason isn't secretly an ethnic woman.
He said, now goddamn Rootin' Tootin', you had some Bengay. It sounds like you had some moonshine. Stop talking that nonsense and get on back down the cellar. Holy shit. The goddamn water leak's not going to fix itself. Look, man.
I done Bengay. Let me tell you. I done Bengay. I don't even know what to do with that. I love you, dude. That's great. I don't know what the ethnic woman. I don't know. Kirby, Mike, did you see the Watchers yet? Jay and Mike, I miss you, fellas. Love you both, dude. I saw the Watchers before I went on vacation, and my plans were to come home and do a quick review of it, and had to pack. The wife was like, "You packed?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "You better get fucking packed." No,
who watches The Watchmen is who I want to know.
But dude, this movie was M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's first film, and he produced it. Had all the, I'll give just a quick non-spoiler review for this movie. Had all the Shyamalan feels to it. It was weird, strange, creepy, nice mystery. Had a lot going for it, but in the end, I think that girl has a bright future for sure. But in the end, where the story ends up, you're just like, oh, that's dumb. Like it was very, very much what Blumhouse tries to do all the time. What is it? Gateway horror. It was gateway horror for like kids. It was good. It was missing teeth, man. It wasn't scary at all. And the way it ended up, you're like, I don't care.
So what he's saying is go back to Goosebumps.
It's for Goosebumps. Go give me a juice box. I'd give
you gotta do the cooking by the book.
6, like a low 6. Even my 14-year-old's like, nah, that was dumb. But it's all right. Hey, by the way, we do have a thing now, and I'm in the process of setting it all up.
Oh.
But Sean Sheridan brought it up first. I think you might be our first. I think Sean.
All
might
right,
be
let's get it.
Let's get it,
Sean. Let's get it, Sean. I believed in you. I believed in you, and no one else believed in you. And that one guy was like, "Sean's got a small dick." I was like, "No, he's not. His dick's huge."
Huge. I sucked it.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, we started YouTube memberships, and basically what the plan is to make the YouTube memberships, whether you want to join the Patreon or you want to join YouTube memberships, you're going to get the same content on both. If you do the YouTube memberships, you will get access to stuff like weird emojis and stuff like that. I'm still learning about it myself, but it is set up, and we're gonna ramp it up as it goes. So if you guys want to join the YouTube member thing, do that shit. But Sean, welcome, dude.
Thank you, Sean.
Welcome. First fucking one ever. Look at that shit.
That's really cool. I like the colors.
Oh, Mercurio 80. Hey, Mike and Jay, how was your vacation? Also, I watched the 2 Terrifier movies. I just watched the 2 Terrifier movies, and damn, I may never be the same again. That's this month's Patreon commentary, by the way, and also YouTube membership commentary now is you guys voted and chose Terrifier 2. So we got a long one this month, Jay. We got a long one. We're watching Terrifier 2 for the commentary this month.
No, I won't be doing that.
I know it.
That's a long ass movie. That's actually a longer movie than it should be. That's the problem with that.
See, I was shocked. I thought no way in hell a 2.5 hour Terrifier movie is going to be good, and I loved it.
I didn't mind it. The ending is what I hated, but I'm saying like it was so long. Like I was like, God damn, why are you trying to copy my wiener?
Honestly, like movies should just be shorter in general these days, and that's true. That's 100% true. Matt Hayes, hey y'all, miss your baby biscuit here. Hey, oh. Fuck, baby biscuit, I'm gonna put my gravy on you. He says, can I please get Marky Mark and Slender Man to shout out my girlfriend Nikki? She's having a bad day managing a Domino's.
Yeah.
It's been fucking.
Well, here, I'll do mine because I gotta go piss really bad.
All right.
Hey, Nikki, me hear you having bad.
Why you do that? I'm gonna get a drink while you do that.
Okay, me hear you having bad day at the damn nose. All right, well, that's never a good thing. All right, so what you gotta do is take a moment, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth there, Nikki. All right, calm it down there, Sister Christian. It's all right. Now listen here. You making pizza for the masses. And just because they act like pricks to you sometimes, and it's a hard there, don't you ever forget that without you, they birthday parties, they football parties, they baby parties, what is it, baby showers, they'd not be the same. So, Nikki, have a better day, all right? All right. It's going to be all right. And guess what? Soon you're going to get off the clock. What time is it? Oh, no, you got to be there for a little longer, okay, Nikki? But it's going to be all right. Don't you worry about it. Now, you have yourself a Coke and a smile. I got to go pee, but I have to wait. I looked like that dude. The way that the camera was on me, it looked like they were like, yeah, it's the team, the offensive coordinator new for the Giants. This team is just not looking good. What do you? Let's go to the booth and see what his reaction is to that play. Like, see, that's what it would look like. Like, oh shit, I'm not gonna have a job after that. All right, I gotta go pee now.
I'll see you in a minute. Hey, listen, I hear your girlfriend Nikki's having a hard time managing her Domino's. You should come down to Wahlburgers. I'll give you a general manager position right off the start. If your best friend's name is Nicole, I'd like to know about her father, too. I'll come over to that house. If your father's not so interested in you coming to work for me at Wahlburgers, I'll come over and I'll knock on your door and I'll say, hey, let me in the fucking house. Let me in the fucking house. And then when he lets me in the house, I'll come over and I'll be like, hey, let me get a Coke, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, give me a Coke. And then I'll take you on a roller coaster and I'll finger you. Not her, Matt. I don't want to finger your girlfriend, Matt. I'll finger you, Matt, on a roller coaster. We'll go up there together and I'll be like, hey, say hi to your mother for me. I'll become best friends with your whole family. We got a 401k package. We got a whole 401k package at Wahlburgers. Don't have a fucking bad day, Nikki. There's no reason to stay at Domino's. I don't even order from Domino's anymore. You know why? Because I like gluten-free stuff. I go on my golf course every morning with my 7 kids and I do 100 ab workouts. And they all watch me do my ab workouts. It's a great time for the whole family. And then we eat turkey burgers together. We eat turkey burgers at Wahlburgers. Come eat turkey burgers at Wahlburgers. That was so hot, bitch. I hope that helped, Nikki. I'm sorry you had a bad day. That's got to be a rough job. I worked at a Dolph Lundgren's once. What I meant to say was I worked at a Papa John's once for about 3 days. And the manager coming in and he gave me, she's like, you were late. And I was like, actually, I was early. I quit. Fuck you. I didn't need this job. I don't need your shit. I went in there, but it was nice. If you work at Papa John's in the mornings, secret they don't tell you, what you can do is the fresh ingredients are there, but the cheese is in little cubes. Cheese is in little tiny cubes. So you do your work and you open the store and then you go over to the little Subway-like shelves. And if you're hungry, you can make yourself little morning pizza sandwiches. And you just grab 2 pieces of pepperoni and you just put some of those little cubes in between it, maybe throw a jalapeno on top, and then you just walk around just snacking. It was not looked upon kindly by the Papa John's managers, but I enjoyed it a lot. That's just the story that happened to me. Jake Garza 3. Ole, 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 ole. We're doing it all night long. Welcome back. I went for the soccer thing. I didn't realize you were doing the blink thing at first. So it's more like ole, 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 doing it all night long. Welcome back. My nights have been long without you all. My dick hasn't, but I have missed you guys as well. It's good to be back, buddy. Thank you. What are you doing over there? What are you eating? What are you rapping? Oh God. Dude, I had where I was just eating like crazy on vacation. I had the craziest heartburn. I would go through like an hour being like, something's wrong. And then finally I would just be like, and I'd be like, just a burp. And I would just feel great. And it would be such a release. Can you hear me right now? Am I talking to myself? Can you hear me, Jay? You're faking it. I can tell you're faking it.
I am. I know.
I know when people fake it because people fake it a lot.
Yeah, I know. Ask my wife. Yeah, dude. The heartburn. That's the one thing I've noticed after the heartburn's gone down. I had really bad heartburn. But that's another thing too. It's like I brought that up to the doctors, and he was like, I was like, but I like spicy. He's like, well, then you know what it is.
I like that. Don't you wish you could pull them out of your pocket and be like, hey, I'm having an anxiety attack, and be like, you're just fat.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. That's the heartburn will scare you, man. Heartburn will freak you out if you're not prepared for the dealings. Because my heartburn is not the same as everybody else's. Like everybody else has like the burning in their throat and shit, and mine's just like it makes my heart feel like it's underwater, and I freak out. But anyways,
God, going on 19 hours. I feel like that dude from Blade. He's like, God, I got 2 fresh hands, Blade. I don't know which one to slice you with first.
Cheers, pal. Cheers.
Hey,
woo, woo.
I'm gonna tongue it down
wonderful. Like that. Oh, I just got a boner. Cole's Lab says, "What's up, guys? Brandon Ferguson here. Why'd you change your name? What'd you do? You get in trouble on
the run.
Looking at dicks, huh? Looking at dicks with dicks. That's a search you can do. Hope you guys had a good vacation, Mike. Jay, hope you enjoyed your time off too. I also started Fallout 76, and it's dope.
Yeah, I remember that we talked about that. You're on the PlayStations. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I still haven't started it yet, but I don't feel like I'm gonna like it because I don't know the game.
Mona, I can see your dick.
it's speaking of which, life wasn't the same without my WAM fix. Thanks for feeding my addiction. Glad you're back, boys.
Hey, glad to be here, Mona. Mona, you're standing there with your big giant thighs because you work out all the time in the gym. You remind me of that chick from Weird Science. Like, what would you little maniacs like to do first? And she has little panties on, standing in the doorway.
that I don't know why, but that conversation reminds me of I saw a clip today, an old clip where The Rock and Hogan were NWO Hogan and The Rock were standing together, and Kane comes up and Kane's talking, and he's like, he asked The Rock, he's like, you ready to go out there and do some business tonight? And The Rock's like, hell yeah. And he goes, it doesn't matter if you're ready. And then Kane did the whole Hogan thing, and he was like, what are you gonna do when we run wild? And like he was like imitating them, and it was fucking hilarious. I've never
do you guys ever fart and go, Kane? Hold your hands up like you know how the fire. Anyway, I don't know why.
I started that shit 27 years ago. I walked in, I went, Kane.
Dude, speaking of wrestling, I don't know why they're just releasing it now, but title match wrestling on YouTube, which is it's pretty good. They have interviewed back in 2014. They interviewed a bunch of people like Eric Bischoff, Bret the Hitman Hart, all those guys. And they were asking him questions about, WCW and whatnot. And they're just now releasing all these interviews. They may have released them before and I just didn't see them. But Eric Bischoff was talking about Bret the Hitman Hart and about whether or not they didn't use him correctly in the WCW. Dude, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of I didn't think it was as split as it was. But in the comments, people were 50-50 on whether or not he was technically he's a great wrestler, but whether or not he was a sell. They were like, somebody was like, this one guy was like, he was an overrated, overhyped intercontinental champion with no personality or charisma. He never drew a dollar. And he acted like they were like, he acted like he was God's gift to wrestling. So they were like arrogant asshole. And then other people were defending him and whatnot. But Eric Bischoff was like the whole thing that happened in the Montreal screw job, which apparently is real because there was a lot of people forever talking that it was a work. But even Eric Bischoff in 2014, was like, no, it was a legitimate thing. Like he literally did get screwed out of that belt because McMahon didn't want him appearing on Nitro with the WWF belt.
I always believed it.
Well, it was true because I think it was true. And then he was like, but Eric Bischoff was like, it was a traumatic event. He goes, I'm going to call it a traumatic event for Bret Hart because he took it in a way that most people in the business wouldn't have taken it. Like it was like way too personal because he was like, yes, he was like, it was in Canada, it was in Montreal. He felt he was the Canadian icon and that they had screwed him over. And so he's like, he took it. I think he was saying he was being a pussy. He's like, he took it way much to heart. He's like, this is business. This is because he said McMahon did not want Bret Hart showing up on his competitor's show as a champion of WWF. So he made him drop it to Shawn Michaels.
Honest to God, both sides make sense to me. I get why he's pissed, but also that's wrestling, right? If the boss says, "Hey, you're going to take a fall tonight," take a fucking fall, right?
It's because I feel like Bischoff is right though. He's like, it's also this whole thing, the way that Bret Hart sees the world, evil and good, and it's a very black and white. And loyalty. So he felt like he was backstabbed by McMahon, and this was a whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, but he didn't want to do it, because what the whole thing with that happened is that he said Bret Hart was like, I don't want to drop the belt to Michaels in Montreal because it's my hometown. I'll drop it on the next. But Vince McMahon was like, no, I want you to drop it here. I'm the fucking boss. Drop it when I tell you to drop your pants and suck a dick. Is what he should have said.
That is Vince McMahon. That could have been the thing.
Yeah, I understand. I'm going to poop on your chest and have you eat it. but I'm saying that at the end of the day, it's your boss. And this whole I don't get this whole back and forth with talent sometimes. Like the way that they talk about it, like Ultimate Warrior holding him ransom for like $250,000 because he wouldn't go out on SummerSlam. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, dude, I bet those backstages were fucking nuts, especially back in the day with like Andre the Giant pounding like 30 beers a night. Like be in the locker room of a WWE or WWF or a Nitro show would have been just wild, dude. Wild.
Yeah.
Call Totten. What's up, man? He says,
man.
"Sup, dudes. Hope the vacation was fun." Mike, who would y'all recast for a new Lethal Weapon? Oh, that's tough. He says, "Jay, have you tried the Killer Clowns game yet?" Love you too, man.
Thank you, Colton. No, I was married to a clown. I don't need to play a game. I haven't tried.
I'm shocked you haven't bought it yet.
No, well, I've been waiting. I haven't watched any reviews on it, but the last thing I read about it was that it was buggy. But I don't know. That's to be expected. It's a brand new release, but I haven't played it. No.
I consider it, but I haven't yet. But no, Lethal Weapon, dude. The recast is hard. I saw Mel Gibson again said that he's directing the new one, but he's been saying that for 5 years.
Mel Gibson would say anybody that's not a Jew. He only said that when he was drinking. He wouldn't say that.
Warner Brothers ain't letting him direct a Lethal Weapon movie, man. I wish they would, but like, no, it's hard, dude. Like, maybe Jeremy Renner could pull off Mel Gibson.
I like Jeremy Renner.
Maybe a few years ago. It's tough. Timothy could play
Jeremy Renner. I think you're on. I think you're on point with Jeremy Renner. The Hurt Locker, it already shows. Like, because he's kind of fucking weirdo in that, so that would make total sense. Like, he's suicidal.
Yeah, I think so too. I would even say maybe Jake Gyllenhaal. I know that's a little weird and out there. I'd have to think about.
Why don't you cast Jake Gyllenhaal on everything? Okay,
he's Tom Hardy. I love him. When I see the ocean, I swim in the ocean. As far as Murtaugh goes, I think Idris Elba would be a great Murtaugh, especially since he was kind of the older one already starting out. I think Idris Elba would be a great Murtaugh. Fuck, he's too old now. Keith Davis would have been a great fucking Murtaugh, dude. Donald Glover. No, God, no. That's probably who they'd probably cast Donald Glover. Yeah, that would be terrible.
No, they might. Well, you'd have to have someone grizzled and shit. Oh, dude, easy. Samuel L. Jackson.
But I think he might be already too old to recasting it.
But Samuel L. Jackson would. I mean, a few years, like a decade ago, would have been perfect.
Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. That's a really tough one to recast. I hope they don't do it. Honestly, I thought the TV show was fucking awful. It was atrocious. I hated that they did it. I did like the Wayne's brother that was in it. I just thought the guy they got for Riggs was terrible. Benjamin Shelby. Hey, Mike. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, "Go make yourself some friends, or you'll be." Oh, God damn it, Ben. How did you know? How the fuck did I say something about it? Do I not? Was I half in the bag and forgot? I hate that fucking song. I hate that. Once I was 7 years.
Oh, it was the lyrics. I actually thought he was trying to tell me something like sentimental, and you were shitting in his oatmeal. I was like, "What are you doing?" He gave you money, and you're shitting in his oatmeal.
I don't know if you just knew that about me or what, but that my kids play that song all the time. Dude, I hate songs like Kelly Clarkson. Like, I hate songs that are they're written by like 3,000 old white dudes, and they're meant to evoke a certain feeling. And it's like, once I was 10 years old, I smoked a crack pipe, and my daddy didn't love me. That song makes me want to go through the roof. It sends me crazy.
You know what I heard? I heard Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Austin says, had a dream where Jay as Loomis was on a date with a hot model who smelled terrible.
Yeah, okay.
After 30 minutes, he finally said, "You got a dirty butt. Go home now."
Yeah, I read that book. It was a masterpiece. It was called Clean Butts. It's Clean Butts. Rule number 1, wipe correctly.
Benjamin Shelby, I know that was your favorite song. I love you, sexist. You must, I must have said something about it, Ben. You're a studious fucking fucker. You fucking fucker.
Hey, Ben. No, never mind. No, it's funny. What's Hitler's favorite sex position? No, what's Hitler's favorite sex position?
I don't know. I never know.
69. 9. I remember that joke.
I got one of the things I got for Father's Day was an entire book of dad jokes, and I thought of you immediately. I was like, I'm never gonna let Jay get hold of this book.
What do you call a lesbian on fire?
What?
LGBTQ. LGBTQ.
God damn. I don't even know. Is that offensive? Is it offensive? I don't know.
I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I didn't write it.
Oh God, it depends on who came up with it. You know, like if some fucking hardcore magazine came up with it, it's like, all right, that's not funny.
It
But
wasn't on like
random
a
dude
fucking
came up with
Nazi
it. Like,
like it wasn't on Freedom Radio or whatever the fucking
Newsmax.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever it's called.
Gary, I have a question. I have to break it up into 3 supers. Okay. Well,
thank you, Gary, for giving us the time to leave.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay. Oh.
I have a weird question. The other day, someone asked, should we stop watching Tarantino movies because he went to support Israel?
No,
it goes on. I'm for innocent Palestinians and Israelis, but I'm not okay with Hamas or Israeli government killing innocent people. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was the end of the. Well, no, wait, there was one more. He says, I don't agree with Tarantino, but I'm still watching his movies because he's allowed an opinion. That's why I won't watch Scream because Melissa is allowed one too.
Yeah, well, I would say this: watch whatever the fuck you want to watch, and you can separate the artist from the art. It's one of the, whatever someone's politics are, like whatever. I'm just watching a fucking movie that they're either they directed or whatever. That doesn't mean I support what they support. Just because I like Jeepers Creepers doesn't mean that I was like, oh yeah, what he did was cool. That director, that's totally fucking fine. I mean, I'm not like marching with Jared from Subway because I eat Subway. You know what I mean? Like, that's dumb as hell. Like, oh yeah, you have a sub sandwich, you sick fuck. You know what I mean? Like, so just enjoy what you enjoy and don't worry about the politics. What's going on in the Middle East, that shit's been going on for fucking thousands of years between those peoples. That's gonna go on for thousands of years after we're all fucking butt dust bones. Like I can't fucking solve it from here. And people that say that they're gonna, people that say they can are full of shit. I will enjoy what I new band name, dude. I will thank God, and I will thank God that I live in a country that I can enjoy those things. I can't fucking fix the world. I'm not goddamn Superman. So there we go. Even though I will tell that to my wife in bed, it's not true, but I'll say it.
Once I was 7 years old. It's fucking stuck in my head.
Dude, I literally now I know that song. That fat chubby kid that sings that song.
That's awful. Yeah. Listen, here's what I'll ask you, Gary. Do you when's the last time you purchased Scream 1 through 4 on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever? When's the last time you paid money to rent Scream 1 through 4? When's the last time you bought a piece of Scream merchandise, whatever? You know who made Scream 1996, my favorite movie of all time? It was partly due to the Weinsteins, who did a bunch of horrible, awful, disgusting shit. One did, yeah. And it's like everybody forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? So like, and the whole thing with that war that's going on is there's a lot of people who side with one side and a lot of people who side with another. And I thought it was interesting. I was watching Bill Burr talk to Bill Maher. Yeah. And he was like, and Maher was like, what side are you on? And Bill Burr goes, I'm on the side of the dead kids. Like, either situation's awful. And I feel like, and he called him a coward for that, but like that's exactly where I'm at. Like, I don't know the history. I don't know all the stuff that's going on with that. I know that kids are dying and it's awful and it's a terrible, disgusting thing. But as far as movies and stuff like that go, I promise you, every movie that you watch or every piece of content you enjoy has some sick fucking piece of shit working on it. There's just the way of the world.
Well, you know what's funny is like, people that will tweet like, I can't believe you support Quentin Tarantino, you sick fuck. Do you know what's going on in Palestine? While they're tweeting from their Apple phone made by child slave labor in China. Good fucking job, bitch.
Wearing Nikes also made by child slave labor.
Yeah, like a 5-year-old little girl in a sweatshop in China. Good job.
Yeah, dude, it's impossible. If you go down that road, you're not going to be able to You're not going to be able to enjoy anything. So just live your life, bro. Live your life.
Tarantino, I watched him. He was like, he's so right, dude. He said Gremlins 2 is an unheralded masterpiece. And I will say he is probably correct. It actually is a very, very underrated sequel because he was talking about when he was 17, he got to meet the director of Gremlins and he lied to get to meet all these directors. He was so fucking smart. He got to meet all these directors because he said he was writing a book. And they let him come on and like ask him a bunch of questions.
That's how Steven Spielberg got started, I think. Something like that.
No, it was James Cameron lied his way through because he was a truck driver and he bought all the book and he acted like he knew what he was talking about and he lied.
Oh, okay.
But and he was talking about, but anyway, Tarantino's a solid enough guy. I mean, but again, I feel like people get so obsessed with who you fucking vote for or what, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so crazy about how much politics influences people's, like, I'm not going to eat a Snickers bar because that motherfucker over there one time sneezed in the wrong direction of Israel. What?
Yeah, like if it's Steven Seagal and he's over in Russia, like, yeah, I think that we should kill all the Ukrainians. Like, you're like, all right, fuck that piece of shit. Like, if it's something like that. But dude, there's a lot of people who just have their own opinions and their own thoughts and their own reasons for feeling the way that they feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got to come to a point in this country where you can disagree with someone and not hate them. You know what I'm saying?
That way.
Like,
it used to be that way before fucking Facebook and shit. It used to be like that.
Yeah, Jay and I disagree on almost fucking everything when it comes to politics and shit like that. Like,
you know what?
Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Listen,
like,
and maybe he can't pronounce his S's that well, but Mike Tyson said the most fucking smartest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
No, he's like, yeah. What does he say after that? What does he say at the end of that?
I don't know.
So here's what it is. Mike Tyson said the smartest thing though, like literally, he said social media made people way too comfortable without getting punched in the mouth for being disrespectful. 1000%. Back in the day before social media, you said something like that, you get your fucking jaw cracked. 100%. You'd never say it to someone's face. He said it's true. Social media has people way too comfortable talking shit without getting punched in the face for it.
100%. 100%. I've literally pulled that, and I felt like a douchebag high school bully too. Some people have like that, like we know have tried to like start shit. And I'm like, you wouldn't say that to me right now to my face, and you and I both fucking know it. And it makes me feel terrible about myself, but it's also true. You know what I'm saying?
Though. I mean, it's like one of those things like back in the day, like when you would have like when you'd be playing Xbox and playing Halo 3, be like, say it to my face. Like that was different though. That was just talking shit over a video game. But I'm talking about like when people go on Twitter because you disagree with them and they'll call you like a pedo or something. Because they want to, they want to get you. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think it's pedo. I think you're mispronouncing.
Pedolite. No, Pedialyte's a child thing. So if
I have seen Pedialyte commercials. It's hilarious. If you watch Pedialyte commercials today, I love what they're doing. It's genius because if you watch their commercials, they're not actually promoting it for like kids who are sick anymore. Yeah. They're promoting it towards adults who are fucking alcoholics. They're like, had a rough night last night, and I heard sitting there on the floor, like chugging Pedialyte, and the kid comes out and he's like, whatever. Like, it's smart. It's honestly smart.
I'd buy it.
It's Pedialyte before I realized the sodium intake helped me through a lot of dark mornings. Diverse. I had a nightmare the other night of Michael Myers chasing me spooky. Dude, he said, I had a nightmare the other night of Michael Myers chasing me spooky. Don't take the melatonin. It gives you wild dreams. I wish Loomis could have saved me.
You know why I didn't save you? Because you said chasing me spooky. Stupid.
True story. I had a night terror the other night. Fucking awful. I know a lot of people suffer from them. We drove all the way back from Gulf Shores, right? And because people can't fucking drive, we ended up in like 5 goddamn slowdowns for like an hour. So a 10-hour drive turned into almost a 14-hour drive. We finally get home. I'm exhausted. I drove the whole way because I'm like overprotective and paranoid. I drove the entire way, stressful as fuck. Dude, we were driving through Alabama and it was so hot. I shit you not. The fucking grass on the side of the interstate caught fire. And we're driving through and all of a sudden everything's just smoky as shit. And there's a fire truck in the middle of the interstate. It was so hot in the grass.
Last time I saw that was when I tried to dance.
Dance. But like this entire trip, dude, it was like every dumbass driver in the world was trying to kill us. A bird would fly. Every fucking thing that could try to kill you was trying to get you. So I'm trying to get my family home safe. I'm super fucking stressed. I'm super fucking tired.
You drove the whole way?
The whole way, straight through.
You did?
Yeah. The entire time. And I get in my bed at the end of the night and I laid down. It's so stupid, dude. I woke up and I was standing up. And I was like, Katie was still laying in bed and I was standing up and I was looking at the wall and I saw a huge, I woke up that way standing up. I saw it was this big. It was a spider or like a creepy crawly thing that was like this big crawling across the wall above my wife. And I was like, oh shit. And Katie woke up and she goes, what the fuck are you doing? Like she was freaked out because I was like standing up in bed going, no. And then as soon as she said that, I realized this is not real. And the thing went away. And I was like, oh, I'm fine. And then I read that like if you've traveled a long distance or if you're super stressed out, that can happen.
Yeah. It's like jet lag.
Yeah, this shit was scary as fuck. But I've had night terrors before as well. Like you wake up like screaming and shit. It's awful.
I remember this one time. I remember I woke up. My ex slut and I was. I know. Well, I have to call, not my current
Barbecue
wife.
sauce.
Yeah. No, dude. I got up and I was, what the fuck? And I remember this vividly. I made her get out of bed, and I got out of bed. And I was standing there like this. And I was like looking. I was like, there's a goddamn wild animal that just jumped into bed. There's like a fucking wild animal. I swear, in my head,
that was actually the dude she was blowing.
No, yeah, I was like, where's the dick that you've been sucking? I know it's here. But no, yeah, that was my subconscious telling me like someone's sharing your bed. Connections. But no, yeah, I was like a fucking raccoon or a possum would run in the room in my dream and like jumped into bed, and I could feel the weight. It was just the size of that fucking dude's dick that she was sucking. But because it was huge, apparently, and it was full of STDs. But anyway,
it's just scary, dude. It'll get you. Gary, I don't agree with Tarantino, but I'm still watching his movies because he's allowed. Oh, we already read that one. My bad too. Yeah, and dude, as far as the Melissa Barrera thing goes, she's moved on. She's doing great. I think she probably got. It was probably better for her career in the end. What happened to her? So I think people should just let bygones be. People have their different opinions on the war, and it is what it is. She was wrongly, fired or not let back or whatever, but like she's moved on. I think everybody else should too. Leave the machine. I'm glad to be here after Jackass rear-ended my truck and took off. I tried to catch up to them, but they got away. I'm pissed. Hey, you never know who has a gun in their truck. Don't do that.
That's true. Don't chase them down. Besides that, you couldn't catch me anyway, Lee.
It was me.
It was me. I got away. Scott clean. Well, I actually do. It's so funny. I just watched a police video a few days ago where that thing happened, where the bitch rear-ended the guy. It was a tow truck, and him and his co-worker were in, and she's like, I was not driving though, because I had to track her down. She was walking. She parked the car and started walking down the sidewalk, and she's like, my stepdad was driving. And they're like, yeah, we have multiple witnesses that said that you got out of the car. And she's like, no, my stepdad, he did. Anyway, it fucking sucks, dude. But just be careful out there.
That reminds me of I Know What You Did Last Summer. He's like, dude, I'm covered. Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, I'm covered in alcohol. Nobody was going to believe I wasn't driving. That whole thing.
God, Freddie Prinze Jr. was such a pussy in that movie.
Dude, I watched it on vacation this week. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Ron Phillippe literally just fucking like hand-fisted fucked your girlfriend's face. And you were like, yeah, it's okay.
Dude, Scary Movie parodied that so well. He's like beating the shit. He's like
stop it.
That does suck, Lee, though. That's fucking terrible, man. People suck.
By the way, Freddie Prinze Jr. could have whipped up Ryan Phillippe's ass 100%. And I like they both are pretty boys, but I think he could have taken his ass.
Yeah, but Ryan Phillippe was such a good asshole. Like he played that role.
No, he was great. I'm just saying, like, I feel like Freddie Prinze could have fucked him up. I saw Summer Catch. That guy worked out. Freddie Prinze worked out.
That's true. That would be a great celebrity death match if they went back and they put the two dudes from I Know What You Did Last Summer in the ring together. Yeah. I would have watched that shit. I love you, Lee. That sucks, man. You don't deserve that because you're an awesome fucking dude. Mike Pott! Bad Boys Ride or Die is doing great. Also, Will Smith is doing a new sci-fi flick in the works.
I heard.
Dude, I wanted to see Bad Boys 4. I went to see The Watchers instead because I was going to do a review of it and didn't. But I guarantee Bad Boys 4 is like fun. It's like a decent movie. The third one I didn't think was going to be any good, and they still managed to capture some of that shit. I'm glad it's doing good at the box office, but I feel like I'm going to go and watch it. I'm going to go like, that was all right. So for me, it's a wait till streaming. Yeah, and that sucks to say that because I miss those movies, those kind of movies. But
yeah, Bad Boys Ride or Die. I don't know. When I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, I don't want to be reminded that I'm fucking old.
Or that Martin Lawrence, like the whole thing is like he's fat now. And like I like Martin.
Everybody looks fat now. God damn, you're like 60 years old.
Yeah, so like I know I'm gonna have to watch Will Smith act like I'm Mark Lowry, and like that works.
That's another thing. Well, the other thing with Will Smith, I know that we're past. Well, some of us are past the Chris Rock thing, but it still kind of fucking burns my biscuits that there was no consequences other than him saying, "Oh, well, you're not allowed back at this award show." Like, he gives a fuck.
Yeah, like he that still.
You and your bald-headed bitch might be fine with that, but I'm not.
I know I'll enjoy it when I watch it, though. It's tough for my titties. Jace Talks Media. The First Smile was a ripoff of Sinister / The Ring. I wouldn't say that. Maybe The Ring Jace, a little bit. I
felt like Sinister and The Ring were way better movies. So, but I can maybe. Here's the thing. Smile was an okay. It was just a very basic movie. I don't know. Like I didn't hate it. I just felt like very. I was like, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, and I think that too. Like, and you're not wrong, Jace. Like you're absolutely not wrong. But I just think that like every movie is kind of a ripoff of another movie. You know what I mean? Like almost everything you watch is going to feel like another movie. Like It Follows is a ripoff of tons of movies.
Technically, there is no. Well, no, that's not. I mean, there are original movies out there. But I mean, there's always movies that are borrowing elements from other movies that have gone before it. I mean, that's just what it is.
But you're right. You're right about Smile too. Like Smile was a movie that I enjoyed. I thought was real good, but it really did stand on the shoulders of a lot of movies that came before it. But it did a good job of it. It wasn't like Imaginary from Blumhouse where they absolutely did nothing frightening or new. At least Smile had some nut sock to it and it had a really cool monster at the end as well. Mike, I watched Fantasy Island and Truth or Dare. I'm sorry. I felt like they were both large piles of poo. I did not watch the previews for either film, knowing they were made by Blumhouse. Yeah. Do you remember, if you guys haven't seen this after this video, go back and watch this because this was actually a really fun video.
Oh yeah. When we did when they ate crickets and shit.
Yeah. Blumhouse sent us a Truth or Dare box before the movie came out, and it was a Truth or Dare game, and it had like you ate crickets and we ate crickets and like did the whole thing. That was fun. Truth or Dare. I didn't see Fantasy Island, but I imagine that Truth or Dare was still better. Like I didn't hate Truth or Dare; it wasn't good, but it wasn't.
Sucked, dude. I remember hating it. That movie was bad, and I mean, I felt bad because they sent us a nice package, and that was the first attempt to be paid chills for Hollywood, and Mike and I fucked it up because I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It sucked. But they were like trying to like bribe us to fuck it. I mean, they weren't. Maybe they were. I don't know. But they gave us like free shit. And I felt bad where I'm like, this movie fucking blows taint. And I gotta go on here and say it sucks.
Well, you have to. You can't be Chris. What I'm saying is
goddamn fucking Stuckman.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm sure fucking his new movie is gonna be great. No, I'm kidding.
Go review some Blu-rays.
But no, I as far as those movies go, like I think as far as those like absolute cash grab Friday night popcorn horror movies for teens go, Truth or Dare is probably at the front of the bus, but it's still bad. But like it's not Imaginary, it's not Night Swim. I enjoyed it a little bit more than those. It reminded me of Unfriended a little bit. Unfriended way better. Unfriended's underrated. Unfriended 1 and 2.
Unfriended 2 is better than Unfriended 1.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Because Unfriended 2 feels like that could happen.
Yeah, but that's still not great. I haven't watched it since we watched it in theater, so I could be wrong. Speaking of those kind of movies, Ryan Felipe was in a movie like that. It was by Sony. It was called Wish Upon. You and I saw that in theaters. Not that bad. Not
you know what? I'm gonna say it's fine that you say Felipe because I'm sure that's some like fucking. He's trying to like.
Is it Felipe?
I don't know. It just sounds like something that he would say. It's actually Brendan Fraser. Like you're making it sound way bad. No, Felipe or whatever. I call it Felipe. It probably is Felipe, but it just sounds like a fucking egotistical Hollywood bitch to be. It's actually Felipe. I'm like, shut up.
That'd be fair. That's just always the way I said it in my head.
No, I know, but anyway, it's just funny. Yeah.
My partner. I found this to be interesting. If Tim Burton were to direct Batman and Robin, he'd cast Sir Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze and Winona Ryder as Poison Ivy.
I like it.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart, actually, dude, that's a great casting choice. Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze, because Mr. Freeze is actually a very dynamic villain because he's not really a villain. He's doing it for all the right reasons. He's doing it for his wife, who's dying, and he's doing anything and everything to save her, which we can all relate to having someone in our lives that we care so much about that we would be willing to do anything. It's a very human story. Victor Freeze is a very human villain. So Patrick Stewart being able to bring the weight to a role like that with his theater Shakespearean ways, oh my God, that's like a perfect cast.
I could totally picture that. It kind of reminds me of like he could also do like Zed from Power Rangers and like the fallopian tube or whatever when he's like floating around. Yeah. Like I could picture little Patrick Stewart in this big Mr. Freeze uniform, and that would actually make a lot of sense.
You know what? Yeah. Winona Ryder as Poison Ivy. Listen. Poison Ivy, here's the thing. I mean, a lot of people think Winona Ryder is extremely attractive, and she is attractive in certain things.
But not in a Poison Ivy way.
Yeah, Poison Ivy is like Tracy Lord's porn star fucking hot. Like, you got to get like some big boob, big ass fucking ass, legs that won't quit for days, sexy seductress.
Yeah, okay? I'm with you on that. I agree. We're 100% on the same page there. Daniel Torres. What's up, fellas? Jay, you look solid, man. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
Y'all gonna see Bad Boys 4? We did just talk about that. I'm probably gonna wait till streaming. Honestly, I missed the boat on it. Saw it this weekend, liked it, but it's over. Marty Mart was great. See, we're on the same page. Like Martin Lawrence, dude, underrated. Will Smith, a little overrated.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie here, Daniel. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. I feel intoxicated.
After the one, how many? I mean, was that
3?
Oh, damn, that was quick.
Well, yeah, because it's been a while. My body wants it. And when my body wants, my body gets. I mean, you're talking about like 18 hours without food, and it's been a week since I drank.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anything to drink for 2 days after we got on vacation, and then had my first foray with having a couple drinks watching the Mavs game last night while not smoking. And it got to me way quicker when I wasn't smoking, because smoking, like when you smoke a cigarette, it changes the dynamics in your brain. And you're like, I could do another one.
Well, that's why
I can do another one.
Well, that's why I've been waiting a few hours before I started drinking. But yeah. But now I was like, I'm gonna do it because it's our first time back in 2 weeks, so it's a celebratory thing. That's also my brain just trying to trick my body, like, you need this beer.
Have a little treat. Have a little treat.
Have a treat, bitch. Drink my poison.
Robin Barker. I always love your icon, dude. It just makes me happy. Reminds me of better days. The boys are back. Welcome back, Wham. I was wondering the best route for a new Halloween series to go. And I thought it would be interesting if we followed a grown-up baby Steven and continue on from the H6 time.
I like that. I like what you've done here. We're going to move to make that happen. I do like, listen, we've talked about that before. A lot of people hate Curse of Michael Myers, and I understand why. It's out there as far as the storyline, and there was 2 different versions of it. It was really confusing about what they really wanted. But the idea behind Steven, the baby that was the last heir to the Myers legacies, as it were, because Jamie dies in the movie, that's not bad. I wouldn't mind following that, and actually it would be interesting because it would be the first time that the protagonist in a Halloween film is male. They've all been female, so it would be interesting.
Other than John Tate, but that was also with his mom. So
Dicks represent. Woo! You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm just. Other than that, it would just be interesting. It's the same thing as Nightmare on Elm Street or anything. It would be cool to see, because the only thing we had was Jesse from Nightmare 2, which is cool. I just think it would be interesting to see it as a male protagonist. But Halloween 6, a continuation of that timeline. Because at the end of that, well, here's the thing though. I don't like what they did at the end, because if you're going to follow that lead, then Loomis was made to be the caretaker forever of Michael. And I don't like the fact that he got brainwashed, because if you can read into it when he screams at the end of Halloween 6, and he's like, and it sounds like he's like taking a big shit from Taco Bell. It's actually because he realizes that there's also cutscenes. He's got the thorn symbol on his wrist, and he's now forever the caretaker of Michael, which I don't like that. Like, it's not that he's gonna like keep Michael locked up. His whole existence now is like he has to facilitate Michael for whatever he does, all of his heinous crimes. He's got to be a facilitator, which I hated that.
Yeah, it's something that I would personally love to see. Jay and I are both huge lovers of Men and Halloween 6 in general. And the cult storyline, it's imperfect, it's fucked up, it's dumb, but like we just love that movie. So I would love to see, not only that, but I'd love to see what John Tate's up to today. But the problem with it is, obviously,
he's still trying to go to Yosemite.
I'm going to Yosemite. But trying to bring the general audience up to date on all the wild shit that happened in that movie would almost be impossible with the runes.
Actually, runes, you could do a really quick, like 5 minutes flashing on the screen. I mean, people they watch TikTok.
A good writer could do it.
Well, TikTok's all about like quick ass fucking videos anyway.
True.
Yeah,
that's
like,
true.
You could just be like, boom, boom, boom. Here's the information.
Specifically with a TV series, because you have time to catch people up.
Yeah.
Right. But like,
all you have to do is. Could you guys edit the Halloween Curse of Michael Myers down to 30 seconds? If someone said, you got 30 seconds to tell me what Curse of Michael Myers is about.
Honestly, probably you could.
I don't think it's that hard.
Just put it in the old AI.
Yeah, write that shit, Chat GPT.
Yeah. I would love to see it, man. As a personal fan, I would love to see it. I don't think it's a route they'll ever take, but you're right. Baby Steven is something we've never seen to fruition. And if you could just start there, and honestly, you could do it both ways, because you could say like, okay, here's this baby. He was involved with Michael Myers. Now Michael Myers is after him. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. And then for the hardcore fans, we'll know what's up and what happened in the past. But as far as the newcomers go, it's just like Michael Myers after this person. Let's go. So maybe it could actually fucking work. You got a good point there, man.
And actually, forever, Paul Rudd is the true Tommy Oliver.
Dude, he was like, from what I understand, he was not totally against going back.
I said Tommy Oliver.
Tommy Doyle. Yeah,
I know. It's like, oh yeah, you knocked him down. Try knocking me down. I thought fucking Rocky 5, but no, Paul Rudd is to me the only true Tommy, and in that universe, he's alive.
And while Josh Hartnett said that he was never interested in coming back to Halloween again, I'm pretty sure Paul Rudd was like, "Oh, I would have thought about it, but I'm busy," like something like that.
Well, yeah, because he had a career and he wanted to make money.
So. Maybe something like that could happen. Jacob,
hey, thank you,
love your face, man. Listen to 21 Days by Blink today, because it's 21 motherfucking days until Blink in San Francisco.
Wow.
Can't wait. Missed you guys. Had to stretch out the last 2 stream replays for a week and a half. I love you guys a lot.
I'm sorry about that, dude, because those were probably our bets.
Yeah, and I was gonna say also, for those of you guys who do miss us when we're gone, I don't know why you would, but that is one of the perks.
Our wives don't miss us.
You can try for free. There's like 70 live streams that we've only done on Patreon that you can go back through if you do miss us at any time. But like Jacob, dude, I can't tell you. So my show is August 1st. I believe it's August 1st. I'm super excited for the Blink show. Very excited for it. Can't wait to see the new set list. But actually, I'm really excited just because I did this with their last tour. I'm excited for the tour to start, I believe, on Friday, because almost all those shows end up online. So I'll like you, if you guys can't afford tickets to Blink, because it's understandable, they're expensive as fuck. You can find almost every single show every single night with the banter and everything if you look hard enough. So I'm super pumped, even though I'm not seeing them until August. I'm pumped because on Friday, or at least by Saturday, I'm going to be able to go watch the live streams on there. I need it. My bones fucking need it. The summer bones in me need it. I don't know what I'm going to do after this, because after this tour, they're taking a break to like the summer of 2025.
You could have come hang out with me and watch Creed, you asshole, in August.
I want to, but it's the day after the show. I might still go. I think
Creed.
I think it's sold out.
Come to the grass and watch from afar.
Banging my head on a Sunday morning.
Listen, I'm not down with all you cool kids with your Blink stuff and your 182 degrees clothing, but I will say that I've got a little ticket to go see a band called Creed. Not only a celebration of religion, but also of what if.
I want to go.
Scream was a better movie after the first one.
I might fucking go, dude.
I'm kidding. Here's the thing. Scream. Yeah. Well, listen. I'm not I know it's counting down. Like, I'm not a concert goer. Obviously, you can see the way I dress. But April is extremely excited to go, and I do this all the time, dude. Like, I get, oh yeah, we're gonna go. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
You're trying to think of ways to get out of it right now?
Yes.
Stop it.
I'm gonna tell her, like, okay, my blood test came back. You saw it. It's too high blood pressure. I don't want to go.
Excited.
I don't want to be in an environment that's going to cause my blood pressure to spike, because I can hear my own prison come on, and then I get too excited.
Because I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking.
I was like, it's Scott Stapp. I want to know if he's going to sing sober or if he's going to come out high as fuck, and he's going to be like, listen, I got to end the show early because I'm chasing my head ornament from my car.
She will leave your ass.
No, I know. I gotta go. Listen, I went to do one of the worst experiences I've ever had is we went to the Adam Sandler live show. Oh my fuck!
I know, I was gonna go with you, and I saw the tickets, and I was like,
no, it was bad. I mean, we were in the nosebleed. She liked it. That's great. And she's like, can we get I just want a hoodie. I'm like, God damn. I was like, because I was already fucking stressed out. It was at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. We didn't know where the fuck we were. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. It was a huge building. Nobody was helpful. Everybody's assholes downtown. And we asked a cop where the parking garage.
You should have went to Chicago, dude. That's
no, fuck that. I would lose my shit because I asked the cop. They're a servant, public servant. I was like, "Excuse me, miss, where do we park?" And she's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Fuck it, bitch." And I was like, she looked like Hooks from Police Academy. Anyway, and we wound up having to fucking circle around and finally find a parking garage. And we got in there, and then when she wanted to, and I was like, I don't even know where the fucking beer is. I was stressed out. It's like 3 fucking floors of pandemonium at KFC Yum Center. And she's like, can I get a hoodie? I'm like, there's $75 fucking dollars. What the fuck?
There were $75 for an Adam Sandler fucking hoodie? Oh, okay.
Thank you for ruining the goddamn mirage.
I'm sorry.
No, they were expensive though. They're like $50 fucking dollars. Is that normal? That's probably cheap, isn't it?
At a concert, that's normal, yeah.
15. Jesus Christ, you fuckers are rich.
The shirts are like 35, right?
I know. I feel like you motherfuckers. Listen, I could go to Walmart and get a graphic and just print that. Like I could do that iron on.
Oh yeah, dude. There's no way. So I can get tickets to Creed, the Summer of '99 tour, right now if I wanted to. You know how much they cost for a fucking lawn ticket?
Well, how much?
$130 before fees.
I'm checking to see how much she fucking paid. I'm not. If she paid that much, we're divorced.
No, this is a resale ticket, so it was cheaper when she got them. They were probably like $50. But.
Well, why don't you just come anyway? If it's on the lawn, we'll just drop you off, and you could just go up there and hang out. I bet they don't check tickets.
I mean, you guys are on the lawn too, right?
I don't know.
I think you guys are. No,
I don't know where the fuck we're going.
I'll go by myself.
I don't know where I'm going, man. I don't know what's going on.
I will party with all the Creed people. I don't care. I don't know. I might get fucking wiki slicky.
I'm gonna go back there with Scott Stapp and be like, listen, I support religion as well, and I believe in Jesus Christ, our Father.
Actually, you know, I'm Jesus Christ.
But no, I was. I'll be honest with you. I was trying to think of ways to get out of it, and I'm like, I still got a few months. No, I know I gotta go, but I'm like, you know, at the same time, I'm not a concert goer. Like some people don't like lemonade. It just happens. Like people aren't like, you know, don't try to fit a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work sometimes.
You just open your wings and fly.
Anyway, I gotta go because I mean, listen, a happy wife is a happy life, and she can shut her fucking mouth for a little while.
Now make me some baked beans. Robin Parker said, Mike, is your dog better? Yes, actually. We do have to keep them separate mostly because, you know, one of them almost got
separated.
We literally had to pay like $300 to board Thor when we were on vacation because we couldn't leave him alone.
Yeah, you got fucked on that end. I heard about that. Yeah, you told me.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to go into details, but the circumstance in which that happened was kind of crazy.
Yeah, dog shit, literally. But like but you know, she's good. She got her stitches out. She's good to go. She's partying. She's going crazy. I appreciate you asking.
I wish you had filmed or like they would record it when we had that conversation about how much Mike was going to pay to have the dog boarded, because I had suggested something. I said, what I said was, I was like, if we didn't have Buster, which is my dog, and the other dog I'm looking after, my dad's dog, I was like, I take Thor and watch it. And he's like, oh, I mean, if you think you could do that, that'd be great. You saved me like $300. I was like, no, dude, I can't do that. I can't fucking do that because I have two dogs. No, but then I felt bad. I was like, shit, dude, I don't know. Maybe we can like get rid of our dogs for a week.
No, that was shitty. Like I was about to go on vacation, like money's tight anyway, and then it's like, oh, you have to board.
I gave him. Yeah, I felt like that commercial, the Old Spice, where like the Dolph Lundgren guy is reaching down. He's like, did you use deodorant? And like I'm sweating in his face. Like, yeah.
Well, what I was going to tell you was, I was like, hey man, like why don't you and April take like a little vacation too, and you just come live in my house for a week.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And then
we have the dogs.
Yeah, that's why. But it crossed my mind. I was desperate. Nighttime, 10 inches. Well, good for fucking you.
I can't believe you took it down your throat. Holy shit.
You take it or you giving it? Good for you. Hey, we got another member. Rob Barker just.
We like to see it. We like to see it, Robin.
YouTube channel. Hell yeah.
We like to see it.
Welcome, sir. I don't even know what this shit means yet, but we're gonna make it cool. I swear. I can make it cool again, Steven. Scramby eggs. Then Cream Betweens. Have y'all watched What Killed WCW on Vice? I want to.
I watched the first episode.
Haven't seen it. You did? Was it good?
It was good. Like it feels like if you ever watched the rise and fall of the WCW, they already kind of did something like this. They do it in a very much a similar way to the Dark Side of the Ring, which is the same guys that do that show are behind this show. So it's very much the same type of like very heavy atmosphere type of storytelling. It's still good. And I kind of like it too, because they're going to take their time. It's like 45 minutes, the first episode. And I think it's I think it's 8 episodes or 7. I could be wrong, but that's going to be, I think the rise and fall of the WCW was like a 2-hour show. So this is going to be able to go into a lot more detail than the rise and fall did.
Yeah.
But it was really good. It was good.
I haven't watched it yet, but I do plan to, because that shit's fascinating. As far as the next, Michael Parton said, speaking of Blade, I feel bad for Mahershala.
I heard about that.
Dude, this is crazy. So look at this tweet. This is crazy. So they came out again, and Marvel is once again trying to find new people or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like they have announced for like the 17,000th time that they're going to be finding a new director or whatever for the Blade series. But,
yeah, dude. Fucking badass, dude.
Wesley Snipes, in pure fucking Wesley Snipes as Blade fashion, tweeted, Blade, lordy, folks still looking for the secret sauce, riding snowmobiles in traffic, kind of rough. Daywalkers make it look easy, don't they? That's so Blade. Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, dude, give him the Ryan Reynolds.
Here's the thing.
Deadpool, and let him run the whole thing.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, I don't know how Wesley Snipes was able to tweet this with his dick in the way. That's too crazy. That's too crazy. How does that man sit down with balls that big? But he's not wrong. And I did hear a rumor that he is there's a multiverse scenario where he could come back as Blade. I heard rumors that he's going to be in the Deadpool versus Wolverine as a cameo, which is, oh my God, that is a wet fucking dream. Wow. I am wet thinking about it right now. Can you imagine Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Wesley Snipes, Blade teaming up? God. Spirits of Vengeance. Can we say hello and like let's milk the fucking
dude.
But no, at the end of the day, he's right. This is because the world that Marvel lives is a candy-coated world. There's another world beneath it. That's what. And sometimes you gotta learn to pull the trigger. Like, he's tired of this shit. All right.
I will watch Blade tonight.
I just watched it. That's why I got all the hype about it. But and also, you got fucking Steven Dorff, underrated villain, as Deacon Frost, under fucking rated anyway.
100%.
But the point being is that he's not. I think what he's saying, without saying, is that this is what happens when you let pussies try to fucking make a show like Blade. You want to make it all like, let's not make it about Blade. Let's make it about the side characters. Let's make it about this character. Let's not make it about Blade. Let's PG-13 it. We got a message to talk about. Fuck you. Just give me my rated R Blade. Dude, I'll never forget when I worked at Movie Gallery when I was like 18, when I was in high school, and I got to take home, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I got to take home Blade 2 on DVD early before it was even put on the shelves for everyone else to watch. And I felt like badass, dude. I was like, fucking Blade 2. They don't make them like that no more because they're all pussified, but he's not, dude. You're never going to replace Wesley Snipes, but it would be, I wish to God it was not owned by Disney Marvel. I wish Blade, Daredevil, and like, I still wish 20th Century owned all that shit, and they could like still get away with making like one-off rated R whatever.
Well, I'm telling you this right now, man. I think that this is going to come to fruition. I've been saying for a while now, like since the first Ryan Reynolds Deadpool Wolverine trailer came out, and I saw there's actually a bunch of people that disagree, that like think it's going to flop and shit like that. Deadpool Wolverine is going to be the biggest movie we've had in a very, very long time. It is going to blow box office records away. I'm not saying it's gonna be the number one movie of all time, but I'm saying it's gonna be in that list. I think it's gonna be that big, and Disney's gonna realize real quick that what people want, the people who grew up with these natural comic books, the people who grew up in this time period are adults now, and we want the adult version of these characters. That's not to say you can't do kid stuff too, and Marvel and superheroes and stuff like that, but this is gonna change the hierarchy of the DC universe has changed. Well, that is going to do such buku numbers that after Deadpool Wolverine, we are going to get a slew of R-rated, awesome Deadpool level shit. The director Sean Levy of this new movie just said he would love to do a movie with Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and Deadpool together. We're going to get. I think that's going to happen. We're going to get our adult comic shit
in a world that. Listen, in a world where Disney's not run by Forrest Gump, I would say you're correct, because anybody
money costs, dude.
Well, no, it's not, because they've known for a while that they're losing money. They're literally sticking their dick in their fucking ship, and it's losing money. It's sinking. Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, goddamn devil, they don't care for whatever reason. These people are still in power, even though they have shareholders to answer to. They are losing money hand over fist constantly. The Acolyte is another fucking turd in the toilet. It's not going to get a season 2. The Marvels with Brie Larson, a turd in the toilet. Indiana Jones, a turd in the toilet. They don't care. For whatever reason, they continue to make these dog shit ass movies. Yes, you would say Deadpool Wolverine is going to be a major mega fucking hit for them. Guess what they'll do? They'll turn around and take all that goodwill and that good faith that movie gives them, and they'll shit in it. They won't give a fuck. And they, you know why? Because they think the egotistical arrogance of fucking Disney Marvel, that they know better than you, and instead of them improving their storytelling and their movie making ability and just going back to what fucking works, they'd rather insult the fans and say it's your fucking fault. You're a bigot. You're a racist. And then I
think Deadpool Wolverine's going to turn the tide, dude. I think it's going to be.
I'm saying it will give them
waiting on.
It will give them the goodwill and the momentum, and they'll shit in it.
Yeah. Well, technically, Joker with Joaquin Phoenix should have done that. It should have let everyone know, but that was tied to a lot of shit, the mental health issues and stuff like that.
That was also pussies on the internet trying to fucking make something.
I know, but like also, this is different. This is going to be this is going to be the fucking hit that Hollywood has needed desperately all summer long. It's going to change things. Listen, I'm telling you.
If Disney is smart, and they're not, but if they were, they would fire Kathleen Kennedy, they would replace Bob Iger, and they would get people that actually watch the shows or actually know the fucking material and give a fuck, or they would hire showrunners that give a fuck about the product that they're making, and they would make products and give it to the fans. Here, it's
Star Wars is fucked.
They can bring it. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. Give the goddamn customer base what they're asking for.
Yeah.
And it's weird that it works. But instead you go and you do all this, you do opposite of that. Dude, I like, it is like there has been like a cloud of whoever is running Disney. Maleficent is running Disney. Like she is like cast a spell over everyone that works there and think that they're doing great shit. Like there's no way you are losing billions of fucking dollars. I mean, not billions, but hundreds of millions.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it's not just they're going to do it through the vehicle of superhero movies. But I think what Deadpool Wolverine's going to teach people is that people do want buddy cop movies. They want that kind of humor and shit like that. And like, they're not going to start making Lethal Weapons again or anything, but they're going to start taking these superheroes and they're going to go, oh my God, that was huge. What can we do next? And we're going to start to get Daredevil, Deadpool team ups. We're going to start getting Ghost Rider, good Ghost Rider movies that are R-rated and go for the fucking,
they did it with the Peacemaker. Was exactly what people was a fucking raunchy ass buddy cop type of movie. Then you had The Boys. Despite the political stuff, it's still like one of those raunchy ass shows.
You have to get
the Umbrella Academy. Here's the thing: people they know they can see the numbers. It's just like they are addicted to making sure that they're right and you're wrong. They want to be right and you are wrong.
I'm just saying that money's going to talk. I feel like that's going to be the winds will change.
I hope that I hope Todd McFarlane comes down with his big mega dick and just puts it in the sand and be like, ready for Spawn, ready for some fucking like superheroes with some big cojones. Okay,
yeah, but that could be the thing that also puts the dick in the dirt too. Because if he makes a shitty Spawn movie that's R-rated and it's actually queasy, then people might be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this.
No, I think he would be like, I'm not going to direct it or have anything to do with like actual film because I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a writer. Yeah. Or I'm a comic book writer. I'm going to hire people to do the job. Like make it a horror, make Spawn what it is. It's a horror movie with it's like a Crow. It's like the Crow type of movie, a little bit more heavy on the horror side.
I hope that shit finally fucking happens for us. I have to pee really bad in the toilet.
All right, we'll give you 1 second.
Okay. Where did you go, my lovely? Oh. It's funny because like neither Jay or I are smoking now. Shows might get a little bit shorter.
Drinking is fun, huh?
I just said like were you now that you and I are taking actual smoke breaks now, it's like the shows might get a touch shorter because there was so much time where
when I just go downstairs to pee and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have that.
I can't do anything with that. We're at 8:55 with nighttime. I'll answer this one with you actually because it does involve me, but as well. But Charles and Loomis, why does my belly button smell funny? I'm gonna say it real quick. Listen, I had a couple Boilermakers at the bar, and you and I went home, and you promised me to show me that SummerSlam DVD that you had, and I don't know what happened. I woke up on your dick, and I leaned up a little bit, and I just saw a belly button in between my two eyes, and I said, I don't know you. But then I smelled it, and it did smell like Cheetos and death, and I want to say I don't appreciate that. I started screaming, turn it off, and then you hit me in the head with the log, and I passed out. But listen, just, take a finger, dip it in some ketchup or Old Spice and just rub it around through there a little bit. And, for the next guy that you pick up at a bar, I'm going to go pee.
That's why.
I'll see you in a minute.
Go get your STDs refilled.
Sure.
You got that belly button smells funny because you let Bam Margera stick his dick in there. Don't ever do that. It stinks. Okay? That man is a danger to society and to just to society. He smells bad. Okay? Nasty boy. Thank you so much there at nighttime. Robin Barker just joined the GIUB membership. Thank you so much, Robin. I don't know. I think we talked about that though, but thank you, Robin, for letting us know again. We like that. Mercutio 80 is a new member. We appreciate that, Mercutio. Let's give it a hand for Mercutio. We like that. We feel that. We understand that. Thank you so much, dude. Danny Darby. What's up, Chodes? Thanks, bro. Not much. What a great night for a live stream for show. 24 more days till long legs. I'm so pumped. Thanks for all the awesome content. Love you guys. I love you, dude. You don't have to wait for the 24 days for them long legs. Just go down to your local strip club and donate all day long. Huh? No, I'm good. It looks good though, right? Long legs look scary. We don't know. Cole's Lab cooking up some good shit says on the run from the law. Just kidding. No, you're not. I think you're telling the truth. I changed my name to match my Twitch name. Oh, I'll get you. Come on, Cole, a.k.a. Brandon. We know what's going on. What are you cooking besides good looks? I bet you're cooking meth in the kitchen. I bet you're not. That's stupid. I shouldn't say that out loud on the internet. Get canceled. Anyway, thank you, dude. God damn, apple juice is good. This is what this is, YouTube. Apple juice. A little strong, but apple juice. Have an Arnold Palmer. Going through. Benjamin Shelby wants Loomis and Chalice to roast him. Yeah, we can. And we will when we get back, or when Mike gets back, we will do that at 9:08. I got you there. Jay Solstice. I'm hearing a lot of chitter chatter on the other side of these headsets, and that's connected to Mike's home. I think he's moving around. He's either looking for treasure or he's moving around, or somebody's moving around, or maybe it's the dogs. I don't know, but I'm hearing stuff. It sounds like a ghost in my ears. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Jay Solstice, waiting on the new moon, says recently you guys mentioned Brad Pitt in Killing Them Softly. I never saw it before, so I gave it a view. Holy shit! Ray Liotta beating scene was disturbing. Great movie, though, and thanks for all the laughs, fellas. Thank you, dude, for coming in and giving that great encouragement to us. You are correct. That was a very disturbing scene. It was kind of weird to see Ray Liotta take that beating and accept it. But yeah, you're right. It was disturbing. It was a very fucked up. It wasn't as disturbing as like in the original Godfather. I know I'm going all over the place, but just bear with me for a second. But remember in the original Godfather at the end of the movie when what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like, "Can you let me off for old time's sake?" And that guy was like, "Nah, you fucked." That's cold shit. Like that was scary. But anyway, yeah, it was a disturbing scene. It was just weird to see Ray Liotta having. It's kind of the same to me as like watching Robert De Niro be a pussy in Casino and be like shit all over by Joe Pesci. You know what I mean? It just didn't feel like it was weird, but I know. But thank you, Jay. Joe Valentine says, "Sup, boys? Just got back from my anniversary trip. All right. And you guys are still together. That's what I'm talking about. Let's give a hand for that." Okay. Joe, nice to see you, bro. Dan Beaker. I always want to say Dan Belcher, but I know that's not it. Dan Beaker. Driving through Lexington tomorrow. I'll wave to you guys. Yeah, we'll be in the one building that's in Lexington. Just wave. We'll see you. Thank you, Dan. It's Lexington's not that bad. It's not a terrible little town, but Jared, oh my god, Jared, I literally just saw it, what you said. Jared W's like, "Jay, don't stop talking. I'm almost there. You nasty fuck. How far did you get?" Anyway, Dogma says, "Okay, what movie?" Okay, hold on. Dogma says, "Okay, what movie back then would be considered woke if it was released today?" I would say Aliens. That's a good question. What would be considered woke? Well, that's hard to say there, Dogma, because I don't feel like a lot of films had back in those days. Films were made differently back then, though. Like there was some political messaging going on. I would even say Romero for sure. But it was done smartly, and it wasn't beating you over the head with a hammer and saying "fuck you, bitch." You know what I mean? It was a subtle type of messaging. But I get, Aliens. I don't see Aliens. I mean, you could just say Alien because Ripley was a female and she was the lead. But I don't think. But nobody viewed it like that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a good question. I don't think there would be any, to be fair, in my opinion. I think you'd have a hard pressed time finding any of those movies, those classic films like Alien or Aliens, Night of the Living Dead, or either, and saying it was woke because they were so well written. And if there was messaging disguised in the storytelling, you would never know it. It was just done in a very subtle way. Versus like nowadays where it's just like nonstop. You know what I mean? And so it's lazy and it's obvious, but it's a good question though.
I'm lazy and obvious when I want sex.
Yeah. True. All right, so we're at 9:21.
Okay.
With Dan Beaker or Becker or whatever. And then also at 9:0 no, I'm sorry. No, hold on. Oh yeah, 9:08 Benjamin wants Loomis and Chalice to roast him. So I got to go pee and we can do that when we come back.
All right.
But
you got it, pal.
Thank you, buddy.
Enjoy your pee time.
I will.
I had a granola bar.
I like to hear it. I could smell it.
Listen, if just go ahead and say my piece now as Dr. Chalice. Benjamin, I see that we're in a tie and you have a woman friend there with you. And the key to having a woman friend is to get more. You want to find more because I'm sure she's wonderful. I'm sure she makes you a Philly cheesesteak. But let's be honest, we all know that it doesn't taste like it came from Philadelphia. All right. I've been to Philadelphia and I've been with their women. And I can tell you this. Find as many as you can. Cheesesteaks. And have kids. Have wonderful kids. You're wearing a tie. That's stupid. Don't wear a tie. You look like a Catholic schoolgirl wearing a tie. Don't wear ties. All right. First off, don't wear ties. Who are you trying to impress? Huh? Unbuckle that a little bit. Have you a couple Boilermakers. Go to a Dollar General. Get into some trouble. Have sex with a cashier. Have a baby. Name it Greg. And while you're there, can you pick me up some headphones? Because mine aren't working very well right now. I'm a doctor. You need to listen to what I tell you. Just buy some headphones and I'll be here when you need me. I'm kidding. Take care of that lovely lady. You stupid, stupid little man. And never, ever tuck in your shirt because that's a sign of weakness. Remember that. Remember that, Ben. I'm kidding. You guys look like a lovely couple, and I hope you have a wonderful night tonight. I hope she doesn't hate me now. She probably does, and she should. What time stamp did Jay say he was at? Fuck my ass with a fucking leather fork. Is that even a thing that people make? I forgot. Does anybody remember? Who can tell me in the chat what time Jay said he was at? Because I forgot. You know why? Because I've had a lot of tea. Iced tea. Arizona diet iced tea with lemon. It's an Arnold Palmer without the sugar. It's safe, and it'll keep you going at night. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Who are you people? 921. Thank you, Benjamin. Again. Here I am telling him to do horrible, awful things in the night with bobblehead toys that he got at baseball games, at Cubs games, and he's here to help. Dan, did you see the Uncle Howdy's interest on last night's Raw? We're going to talk about that. Actually, so many people asked me about this that just in the lead up to the show that I sent the video to Jay, and I was like, you got to watch this because people are going to want to talk about it tonight. So I got to ask you guys, I don't get it. I do not fucking get it. Like, I watched it and I was confused because I was like, wait a minute. Like, obviously the Bray Wyatt story is heartbreaking and tragic as hell. And he was a huge draw for WWE. I don't know why they let him go or what happened with that. And then unfortunately he obviously passed away shortly after that. It was a terrible, terrible story because he was the most interesting thing going on in wrestling at all. I know this has something to do with it. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, last night during Raw, they had this thing called the Uncle Howdy crew or whatever it was. And it was just this creepy, like, haunted house thing where the camera like followed through and it zoomed through. And it felt like a Mankind or a Fiend kind of entrance or whatever. And they hoarded it up, which I appreciate. But you're going through the background of the WWE tunnel and you're seeing like dead wrestlers like laying there with their blood splattered all over the wall and stuff like that. I'm all for some horror shit, but I'm like, what are we doing? Like, are we saying that he literally murdered this team of people, murdered this wrestler? And they were trying to be creepy on purpose. Like, they were like walking around like, check out what happened over there. I just sucked, dude. I killed that guy in the fucking Piggly Wiggly parking lot. All right. And then like Scoot, the camera would go back through. And it just kind of felt like to me, it felt like a corny haunted house where someone's like, yeah, check out this hammer that says help me. I just murder people with it and shit because I'm fucking, yeah. And I'm like, I miss fucking DX being like, fucking suck it, you know. And it feels like, while I think what Bray Wyatt did and the Fiend and all that was really cool, and I don't mind them trying to do some horror shit because horror and wrestling really does tie in together way more than you would think it would. But it really did, and like, it's probably better than most of what went on that night because I could barely watch the WrestleManias now because I'm like, everyone's acting like this is crazy awesome. Like, it was like 5 seconds awesome. It doesn't even hold a candle. Maybe I think I'm just jaded and I think I'm spoiled because we lived through the 90s and the best age of wrestling, but most of the stuff I watch in wrestling, it's like, this fucking sucks with like 10 minutes of awesome. I know that's unfortunate because people really love it and I appreciate that. And I hope it gets better too. But past like 7 years of watching WrestleMania, I'm like, most of the shit's mid as fuck. And that's just the truth. Like, it's nothing like what it was back in the day. This kind of felt like that way too. I'm like, I don't know. It was kind of corny. Like, I appreciate them going like full horror with it. And then at the end, they're like, we're here. And like fucking commercial break. I appreciate that people appreciate it. And I'm psyched for the horror stuff too. But my whole take on it was just like, I felt like it was super forced and kind of corny feeling, you know? We're talking about the video I sent you.
I thought you were talking about how I am, but it's true.
Not your deck. I love
I
your
am
deck.
doing my best here, guys. Huh?
I love your deck always.
Oh yeah, the WWE thing. Yeah, it was. I was like, is White Zombie reuniting? That's what it looked like. It looked like White Zombie, aka Slipknot, coming out and like doing a show at WWE. That's what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, yeah, all the smoke and shit. Yeah, I saw the comments and I was like, Bray Wyatt would be proud. 100%. I'm glad that they're continuing on the dark and spookily of the Bray Wyatt thing, which is a shame that they didn't really do that when he was alive. But either way, it was cool. I'm not gonna say it was gimmicky. It was just kind of like, yeah, I didn't like that bitch crawling out and trying to light the lantern. I was like, you can get your ass back inside. But
that felt so forced to me though. So she's like, I'm moving slow, but creepy. Yeah,
I was like, it was like, but it looked like Slipknot introducing their new album out of the backstage or something like that.
That's what I was saying, dude. Like, I dig that they're doing horror stuff, but it feels so forced. Like, who wants to believe that you murdered these wrestlers?
But who's the main guy? But is the main guy? The guy in the middle is obviously the Wizard of Oz. But are the other people like his tag team partners? Are they like gonna like who the fuck are they? Like I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I guess that's the whole appeal and allure is that we don't know what's going to happen. But it just kind of seemed like it was like, okay,
yeah, felt a little corny and forced. Like it just did. Like I hate to say that.
Maybe you know what? Maybe it's one of those things that when you watch it on TV, it feels filtered and it kind of feels like shit. But if you were there live, it's like amazing.
Yeah, like I thought that too. Like if I was watching this live and this popped out of nowhere, I might be like, oh shit, this is interesting.
Yeah, I just saw that one guy going, ole, 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 and then all the lights go off.
Yeah, that was another thing. He was like dancing to the thing. It was like, oh.
I thought he was like, Rico. Wow.
That's what WWE feels like to me, though. Like I watch it, I want to be entertained. I'm rooting for it to be a great product, but every time I watch it, it feels like they're pretending that it's a really cool thing they're doing, and it never really is.
Well, here's the thing. This is maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but when kayfabe died, I think a lot of goodness died. I'm not, and some people are like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? What about Stone Cold, the Attitude Era? That was still kayfabe. They didn't hate each other. I mean, so I think like once you, and then all the exposure that you know, and I'm not saying like obviously justifiably, but the McMahon thing, it's tarnished the entire fucking legacy of WWF or WWE forever, which is really sad. I mean, and AEW, I don't watch it.
I think AEW is like on the outs. From what I can tell from following people on Twitter and stuff, it seems like they're putting out a really bad product right now.
I thought TNA is TNA still around? I think I don't know if they. I thought they.
It's an asshole always speed.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I saw someone said that Shane McMahon was going to AEW, which is fucking weird. I mean, but to be fair, to go on his own, I'd be like, if he's taking over creative control and to be the CEO, that's a smart move.
Well, yeah, but that would be interesting. But also, like, isn't it kind of weird? Like, does it feel? And again, I probably shouldn't say anything because I'm not up with it. I don't know what's been going on, but doesn't it feel like they're kind of? To me, just watching it, not knowing, it feels like they're trying to capitalize on what Bray Wyatt brought, and that feels icky to me. Like, if just based on everything that happened, trying to bring back the whole Bray Wyatt essence is like, it kind of feels like just icky. Like, well,
the stylization that they're going for does feel like that. But at the end of the day, also, they've been trying to recreate the Undertaker thing. And Bray Wyatt was the vehicle to do it. They didn't do it. They didn't do enough with it. No, I do it. They didn't do enough with him. So but again, the spooky thing is not new. I mean, they were doing that back in 1993, 1994 with Yokozuna. And
this felt super fiendish. Like, it felt really like I expected him to pop up and then be like, oh my God, they just recast him. Holy shit.
I feel like it would have been more like unceremonious or more like distasteful if they'd had a picture of him somewhere or somebody was wearing the Fiend mask.
Muted Mayday just said that it's Bray Wyatt's real life brother leading it. So I guess that's their like connection to, we're not just being a shitty corporate thing. It's like touch. So I guess that takes off some of it.
Well, and also McMahon's not even running the fucker anymore. So it's not like he's slimy enough to be like, yeah, I don't care. We're not going to stop the show just because Owen Hart fell from the fucking skylight, you idiot.
Why would we do something like that?
Somebody died. Oh, that just means we're wasting time. Let's get the show on the road.
Hey, we got another member. We don't know exactly what that means yet, but it's gonna fucking mean something awesome. What's up? Breaking Benjamin's Barbecue Haunted Basement. Welcome.
All you guys that are joining the membership thing, because it's so new and sexy, it feels like when the Ultimate Warrior's music comes on, he just runs to the stage and then he runs out. By the way, Eric Bischoff said something that was really smart, or no, he didn't say it, but it was a comment, and I'm like, that's so fucking true. And I never thought about it that way. When Warrior came and went to the WCW, and they were like, why didn't it work? Somebody in the comments was like, if you don't have the music for Ultimate Warrior, it doesn't work. That character doesn't work. That so they couldn't use the music for WCW. It's not the same. The music doesn't pop. He doesn't run down the thing and shake the ropes. You could, I mean, like, it's so true. Like, he was so synonymous with that music that without it, it's just. And by the way, that whole thing, if you guys remember, dude, that's so cringy. If you go back and watch when they introduced Warrior to WCW and he gets in the ring with Hogan and Bischoff, it was supposed to last. Bischoff said 7 minutes. He was up there for 25 fucking minutes on a live interview, and he goes, "It was going everywhere." They didn't know what he was doing. And then Eric Bischoff was like, I'm looking at Hogan in the middle of the ring, and he's like, Warrior's rattling on and keeps talking about weird shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm looking at the stage the stage manager or whatever. She's like, because she's like, we have
God.
No, because then we have commercials. We had to fucking go to break, and this is going 25 fucking minutes.
That reminds me of Billy Joe from Green Day when he hit rock bottom on like cocaine and stuff, and he was playing at the iHeart Music Radio Festival, and they were playing their songs or whatever, and they pulled up a board. It was like 1 more minute, and he stopped the song. He was like, "Fuck this." He was like, 1 more minute. He was like, I've been living this fucking life for 20 years. You're gonna give me 1 more fucking minute. He's like, I'm not fucking Justin Bieber, and they start smashing their shit. It was like, this is awkward as fuck.
Little did Billy Joel know that he had lyrics to his next big hit called 1 minute.
1 more
Justin Bieber.
San Diego. Authority Zero is a badass band. You guys should listen to them. Zachary Hogan, happy to see y'all again. That's a very fucking sweet super chat, man. We really appreciate it, Zach. Happy to see y'all guys again. I sent some photos of that Home Alone house to y'all's email. I know a lot of it. I know it was a lot of money, but with Home Alone being one of my favorite movies ever, I had to get it. Building it was such a blast, and I fucking love it. I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen. I don't begrudge anybody for being able to do that. Like that. If I had the patience and the moolah to do that, maybe I do it. I mean, there's like I think it's the Lego set of the Ghostbusters Firehouse. It's like $350, and I always thought that was cool. I just didn't want. I don't want to put the money down.
Then you got to put it together too.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I'll be drunk, and I don't. It'll be like the Ghostbuster symbols upside down. It's weird, but.
Here's the pictures he's talking about. Oh, that is cool. The Home Alone house and all that shit. That's right there. That's neat. They got the Christmas light. Oh, dude, the outer shot of it's nice.
So what you should do, Zachary, is I don't know if you're into that, but like obviously you're not going to take this apart. But I would put this front and center for when Christmas happens. I'd put that front and center and put like little lights and shit and make it like you
could put real lights on it.
Yeah. Put real lights and make it your centerpiece for your Christmas decorations in your house.
I like that shit, dude. Oh, that's the inside of it. That's dope as fuck. That's really cool, man.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
If you're a hardcore fan of that, like, I get it. Like, if I can get like the X Mansion like that, I might do it. Like something like that. I'm afraid to click further because I don't know how many you sent, and I don't want anyone to see my nudes. So
you click further, like it'll be him like posing next to it with his dick out. and on the tip, it'll be a toboggan.
Just a little toboggan on the dick. Yeah. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. That's fucking dope as shit, by the way. That's cool as hell. Boot Scoot Boogie. Gonna watch Poltergeist 1982 for the first time.
Nobody cares, dude.
Bro.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Boot Scoot. That's gonna be your first time watching Poltergeist. A classic American film like Poltergeist, one of the best movies of all time from the 80s. You're telling me you've never seen it before? I call and smell rhino shit.
So one of the kids in the neighborhood that took the dog that we didn't board came and we paid him to come and walk the other dog every once in a while, and their parents told us the other night that he was watching Scream for the first time. And he told my wife, he was like, I don't know who the killer is yet. Don't say anything, but I think it's Billy and I think it's Stu. And I was like, damn, if I was there, I couldn't have not made a face. But I was like, to be a kid watching Scream for the first time again, oh my God, that would be so fucking cool. That's probably the movie I would go back and watch the first time again if I'd never seen it, would be Scream. So I was super envious of that kid.
Scream is different though, because Scream is not as relevant. Because
shut up, bitch.
No, listen, Hope. The cell phone thing is here now. They'd be like, why don't they just call on a cell phone? I would punch 545 on my fucking phone or whatever.
He did have a cell phone though. Remember, he's like, thanks, Hank. I'm on top of it.
But they'd be like, I never leave Instagram. I'm always logged in. So as soon as I was missing for 2 minutes, like people would say something. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't carry the same impact, but I understand like watching someone enjoy that for the first time. I feel like Poltergeist is timeless though. Like a haunted fucking house. You have no control over it. A cool the dad is cool as fuck. Like he's really badass in the second one, but he's cool. The coach,
in, out, in, out.
Yeah, they smoke weed.
I love those parents.
But yeah, Poltergeist one, dude. I swear, Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist, is like a comfort movie. Like there's something about that movie that just makes you feel very like relaxed and like it calms you down when you watch it. I don't know what it is. I know it's supposed to be horror, but it's just like something about it.
I get that, but I also think, and we won't spoil anything for you, Bitscoot, but I think that's one of the all-time. I think that's probably a top 10 all-time greatest horror movie of all time.
Top 10. Easy.
And it's so entertaining and it's so scary and it's got so much to it, man. You're gonna have a great time. I guarantee it. I've got nothing to remember. Tim fucking say.
Tim C, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Again, I'm gonna start loading content by the fucking bucketful this week on there.
You guys are gonna be in up for a treat. We've got like a lot of. I mean, some of you guys might not be Patreon members. We got a fuck ton of commentaries and shit too.
Yeah, then that's what I'm saying. So I think I'm gonna have to take everything off the Patreon, which is like, again, it's over like 70 live streams, it's over like 100 commentaries, hundreds of videos and stuff. And I'm gonna slowly start putting them also, not alone, but also on the members thing, because the tiers are the same. So if you didn't like Patreon, you don't want to join it, and you want to join the members thing, that'll be
Patreon
cool.
will still offer benefit though. Like if we have the Patreon live stream, that's only going to be for patrons.
Well, I think there's a way to do it for both. It's a way to do it for both, but it's the same tier structure. So like you're not losing anything by being on one or the other. That's the idea. Because some people are just more comfortable with using YouTube than Patreon, and that's what we were thinking about. So, but we will work all that out. Welcome, Michael Potton. Kevin Feige is kind of Feige is kind of to blame because of his poor decisions. Brie Larson actually quit Marvel because her movie tanked.
And you know what? And she didn't. She was a stupid hire. There was a lot of other actresses that could have pulled that role off, but it wasn't necessarily her fault. Even though I think that she's a complete turd in real life. It was a poorly written character, and Kevin Feige coming out and saying, "Oh, of course, Captain Marvel is the strongest superhero on Earth," doubling down on that virtue signaling bullshit. You didn't win any favors. You ruined yourself. You look stupid as fuck because people that followed the comic books for years and that they knew about like power levels. I don't know. This is a very nerdy thing. They were like, no, you're a fucking moron. And even Stan Lee, if he were alive, would be like, no, Kevin, you're an idiot. Shut your fucking mouth and do what go give me a fucking bagel. Go give me a bagel with cream cheese, Kevin.
Daddy wants a lobster.
You fucking dumbass. Because that's what Kevin Feige is a bagel bringer to Stan Lee. That's what he'll always be. Anyway,
I mean, to be fair, Kevin Feige did some great shit.
Yeah, but no, it was Jon Favreau from Iron Man that did great shit, not Kevin Feige. It was Jon Favreau.
Potatoes. I mean,
Kevin Feige that said you can do what you want, John, and John was like, "Thank you. I'm going to put this big dick down and make an awesome fucking starting point."
There's a scene in Roadhouse where he's talking to the sheriff and he's like, "They called me Big Dick." He's like, "Are you tough, son?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to call you Big Dick.
Big Dick.
I'm not going to call you that."
No, but I mean, yeah, Kevin Feige made some smart decisions, but you know what the smartest decision he had? Hiring fucking directors and show writers that knew what the fuck they were doing instead of running his mouth. Look at the
hire their own supply, man.
Captain America, Winter Soldier, great. The Russo brothers, awesome. They knew what they were doing. He let them run the show. Jon Favreau, he let him run the show. He didn't interfere. Once he started interfering and like, you have to make it this way. Guess what happened? It fucking Titanic.
Those people who own stock in Disney, man, are the ones really controlling the shit.
I don't know.
It's like a basketball program in the SEC, you know?
I don't know where the goddamn mob is. If I was a shareholder in the fucking goddamn Disney, I'd like, I talked to Tony, and we're not bringing in the product like we would, you know? So we got to talk to somebody. This Bob guy's got to go out to lunch. You know what I mean? Like, we got to talk about that.
But I legit think that's what's going on here. I think, and I really think that's what's going on. I think that Disney is a publicly owned company, so they have all these shareholders and really powerful people, and they're going, it's not good enough for me to make, for you guys to make really good movies and have really big profits.
Yeah,
I already have a yacht. I already have 7 mansions. I want you to make something that's gonna fucking, every movie needs to blow out Avatar out of the water. Yeah. So they're like, okay, every single movie has to be PG to maximize ticket sales. Every single movie has to be a cultural influence to maximize ticket sales, and they were trying to please the unpleasable, whereas they should have just been making good movies.
Well, here's the thing,
and I think Deadpool Wolverine's going to change all that.
Maybe, and I feel like what they did was they put their trust into a group of, you are what you are. You're activists. You're fucking, that's what you are. If you want to go be an activist, go be an activist. That has no place in telling a fucking story in a movie. That's what you are. Fuck you. for trying to bring your goddamn messaging into a film where people are trying to escape from reality, which sucks. My point being is like these shareholders have been fucking lied to. I picture crusty ass old men that don't know shit, that don't know how to turn on their fucking cell phone, that are being lied to constantly, like, and told like, oh yeah, we're doing well, when it's a fucking ship on fire, and they're too lazy to go and look that, hey, guess what? The goddamn ship is sinking. Don't worry about it. That's what they are. Unfortunately, that's the reality. The only ones that can make the difference are the shareholders. And look, you can think whatever the fuck you want to think about Elon Musk. I would have loved that motherfucker to get together a group of goddamn investors and buy Disney just to shit in their fucking mouth. I would think it would be the most.
I don't know, dude. I saw what he did at Twitter.
No,
I wouldn't trust that guy with the fucking bagel.
At least there wouldn't be woke ass fucking shit anymore. I don't give a. And then he could expose all the internal emails. I would love to watch that shit happen. Just to.
But I would just rather have good movies. Like I don't really care about like putting the woke people in their place.
No,
I just want good fucking movies. You know, like that's all I care about.
I'd stomp it out like a fucking cockroach so it doesn't come back. Of course, cockroaches do. But either way,
but honestly, I don't want like a fucking. I don't want to turn it into a. I don't want every movie to turn into. See how not woke we are.
I just
want zombie. We're gonna fuck goats and shit.
I just want a goddamn movie like Pocahontas or Lion King back in the day. Yeah, was Don Smith a fucking pervert? Probably. But did I give a fuck what politics he followed? I don't care.
I get where you're coming from.
Hopefully, but again, I have no hope. Wolverine and Deadpool are it's gonna be great, but they're gonna take that and they're gonna shit right in the cereal bowl.
Well, I think it's going to you've changed things. I think it's going to force their hand. I don't think they're going to want to do it, but I think it's going to force you. Come on, do it! Welcome back, fellas. YouTube is boring without y'all. Can I get a shout out from Dr. Loomis in Espanol?
You fucking bitch.
Oh my God. I can't wait for this. I'm going to make you big.
No, listen. Okay.
That's not Spanish.
Shut up!
It better be fucking spot on Spanish, or I swear to God.
I know, because I know Spanish. Obviously, I've taken it. Run away from me, Michael. He'll chase you. And
that's not Spanish.
Shut up! He'll snack you with a burrito. El Español. Madre de Dios.
Vámonos, children.
Madre de Dios, madre chinga. What I just said was "Mother of God, motherfucker." I think that's what that means. I think "madre chinga" means motherfucker. I don't know 100%. I know "punta" is bitch.
Punta, yeah.
But but listen, the only reason I even know "madre chinga" is because at the Mexican restaurant or local restaurant, they try to teach me Spanish curse words when I was drunk, and they're like, "Oh, say madre chinga," and that means. I was like, "What does that mean?" They're like, "Motherfucker."
No, I know, because every time I'd go to the fucking Mexican restaurant, you thought you were fancy as shit ordering the check. Instead of just saying, "Hey, can we have a check?" You reach across the bar and you'll be like, "La cuenta."
No, you don't do it like,
hey, stop.
You don't do it like that. You go, "La cuenta." Yes.
Yeah, dude was on the other side of the bar just like, "La cuenta."
I said it like Tony Soprano. "La cuenta."
I was like, just say check, fucker.
Yeah, so fuck you, Calvarez TV. You dare question me? I know Spanish.
El Sheppy reacts. He says, just joined in late, had work. Did you guys end up seeing the debut of Wyatt Six last night on Raw, based on Bray Wyatt's faction, and it's straight out of a horror movie? It only goes 5 minutes. So if you scoot back, I'd say maybe 25 minutes. We did a deep dive into it, a semi deep dive into it, and we were confused because we don't follow it. It's cool, I guess, that they're doing it with his brother. When I watched it, I thought, like, that seems kind of messed up that they're trying to do the Bray Wyatt thing without Bray Wyatt. But also,
his brother, you didn't know that.
Yeah, we talked about it, man. Just check that out for sure. But yeah, I'm kind of mixed on it. It was sort of corny and sort of cheesy, but I like horror mixed in my wrestling, so I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like the way that they shot it. It kind of gave me vibes of like a Halloween. Like, not as good, obviously, not as clean. Like you know what I mean?
That's Tekka said, no Nintendo.
No Nintendo for me, friendo. No Nintendo. Now don't cry in front. Now don't cry in front of the fucking Mexicans.
I got you goddamn time.
No, here's the thing, El Shappy. We thought it was okay, but I mean, at the end of the day, it did seem out of nowhere. I don't know. It just seems like maybe it's one of those things like too little, too late.
Yeah, like y'all had the Quincy
Bray Wyatt was great with the Fiend. I'm actually shocked they gave up on it as quick as they did.
Yeah, you can't make us forget that y'all fucked up. Tim C, member and huge fucking cock super chatter.
Yeah.
Tim.
I read what you just said, and I'm with you. I'm confused.
Hey guys, chat. I'm a Patreon member, but the new membership confused me, so I said, "Fuck it," and join. If both are the same thing, let me know, please. LOA. Anyway, if you guys or anyone in the chat has a legit haunted house, would you sell it, or would you? If you had a legit haunted house, would you sell it, or would you make it an attraction?
Well, that would be the question to ask the Lutzes in the Amityville. Whether or not you agree or disagree with whether that actually
never even had a haunted house, liars.
Listen, I've had 3 people fucking die here, so I mean, I have been in this epicenter of a possibility.
A little different.
I know, but I'm in the epicenter of a possibility of a haunting, and thank fucking Christ, I've not seen shit. Because I guess they were like, yeah, I'm not going back to Earth. Fuck it. But no, would you market that or sell it? I would hunt if it were me, and I legitimately lived in like an Amityville type of situation. I would market the fuck out of that. I would do it. Like, listen, I'm not saying what the Lutzes if they were liars or whatever, and the Amityville was full of shit, but I would do exactly like that. I would say I left my belongings in the middle of the night. I ran out into the streets. There was this horrifying thing. I would write books. I would make television appearances. I would sell the rights to a studio and make a movie out of it.
In the living room. Like maybe this fucking porn was haunted. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I was just downstairs watching porn. I mean, looking at Christian Bible verses. And this goddamn demon didn't like that, and they came down out of the wall and like tried to fuck me in the ass. But I'm saying, like I would market it because you can look at The Conjuring, look at movies like that. Those people, those experiences, it was book deals, then there was TV deals, there was movie deals, there was interviews. To sell it, fuck that. That's a one-time $400,000 maybe fucking transaction, depending on the size of the house or whatever it is. You can milk the shit out of that tit.
Yeah. I'm not a greedy person. So like I don't need millions and millions and millions of dollars. So I probably wouldn't do this. I would probably just sell it and be like, hey, I can vacation like 3 times a year. But the smart thing to do would actually be to turn it into an Airbnb. If you turn it into an Airbnb, and then you can charge crazy amounts of money for people to come actually sleep in the haunted house. And then what you're going to get out of that is when people come and sleep at the haunted house, they're going to have their own experiences made up, or what's the word? Placebos or like whatever. And you're going to get more stories, and it's going to grow the aura of the place. And they're going to get YouTubers coming there. I stayed the night.
That's
but you're probably going to make crazy money.
That's marketing. You're marketing it.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
You're making an attraction.
Yeah. Like I would just sell it and take the money and be like, "Hey, oh my god!" But like, yeah.
But if you could make like, so you could sell it.
Grace P said Dangertainment.
Dangertainment. Fucking Mars ain't no sound bite.
He's a land shock.
No, but I'm saying like, yeah, you could say, okay, I can make X amount of dollars, say $400,000, right off the bat. Boom, done. Or I can put a little work into it, market it, make it an attraction, and then make $4 million. You're going to do the second option.
Yeah, if you have the time and you want to put the time into it, you could definitely make. I think you would make more money putting off as attraction for sure. As far as your question about the Patreon versus the members thing, so here's the legit deal. Joe Biden, here's the deal.
Well, you actually got through it without fucking stumbling, so it's not the same. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Is that the moon?
We're all gonna die and we're fucked. But no, so this is the thing. So the idea is it's gonna be mostly the same. If you join the Patreon or join the YouTube membership, it'll be mostly the same. I'm gonna upload all the content, all the backlog from Patreon, and there's tons of it, onto the membership with YouTube as well. The only difference being is if you're more comfortable with just joining another YouTube program to join the membership thing, or if you're more comfortable with Patreon, as we've always done it there, you can pick or choose that. Because I know some people just aren't comfortable with
Patreon.
This is crazy. So they'll be able to join the YouTube membership. On the side of that, though, the only extra perk you do get with the YouTube part is that with the live chats, you can have the icons and you can have the membership,
the emojis,
and you can have the emojis and shit like that. So really, that's the only difference. At the end of the day, That's the only difference.
We're doing it that way, and it's better. Like I've seen other YouTube channels that implement the membership thing, and what they'll do is that you have to be a member to comment.
Like, see, now that was an option. I don't want to do that.
That's kind of a shitty thing. That's like almost like a strong arming or a blackmailing you to do it. And I'm nothing against creators like that do that shit. Like I understand like mega creators like that have like millions of subscribers where there's like 60,000 people watching their videos. They want to like try to like condense it down to where it's not like 100 goddamn million people talking. But I get that. But I mean, so it's not going to be that. But at the end of the day, it's kind of cool that you're going to have emojis and shit. Like that's like Twitch. I mean, YouTube is still early on in trying to do the live thing. So it's pretty cool. But
that was an option when I signed up
for. It's kind of like being like, well, I've got it's like trying to explain to your dad, like, you got to go to Blockbuster. He's like, but honey, I've got a Hollywood video card. Don't they sell movies there too? Like, yes, Dad, but it's not Blockbuster. It's not Blockbuster.
And by the way, members on the people who join that tier on the members only YouTube thing will also have access to the exact same live stream that we do once a month on Patreon only. So you will get the same thing. Again, it's going to be mostly the same thing. I would recommend the Patreon. Just because I'm used to using or whatever, but also if you're more comfortable with YouTube and you also do get the emojis and shit, you can do it there. This was just an option for people. I'm sure I know how people are. It's like you get fucking and like, oh, I gotta sign up for this, sign up for fucking that, sign up for that. My idea is for like it's gonna be the same. Sign up for whichever fucking one you want to. Just want to make it more convenient for you.
Well, the only difference is it's kind of cool. If you're in the chat, you can express yourself. Express yourself with emojis. I'll tell you what, to be fair, if I were like following someone on Twitch, that emoji shit is funny as fuck. I've seen a lot of those emojis that are hilarious. And if you're like, if someone's like, you're replying to someone or you're replying to the content creator and you put like one of those like, one of the, like those, I don't know. I think it's funny as fuck.
So it made me put in specific emojis that people could use on YouTube memberships, and I put in all the ugly Michael Myers mask where it's like, oh, just like that. I haven't seen using that, but that's what I did with it. But I got a lot of research to do. I got a lot of stuff to look into.
They're fun, dude. The emojis
make it as good as possible for you guys. So it'll get better. It will get better. But you guys are the first. It's like a fucking beta program of my butt. Love you, Tim. Thank you, dude. Jacob, how's it going? Lewis, why did you suck so bad at stopping Michael McDonald?
Why did your mother suck so bad at raising you? Some things that happen. Shut up. And that wasn't just me. It was the goddamn sheriff's department didn't want to believe me. I was trying to tell everyone. And they're like, no, shut up, Lewis. You're drunk. Guess who was drunk? The judge.
Nighttime says, saw the Bike Riders last night for the $5 mystery movie screener. By the way, those are dope as fuck. I love that idea.
The bike, dude. Yes, he said Tom Hardy. That looked good.
Yeah, it's Tom Hardy, so it's
shut the fuck up.
Listen, what I'm saying is, it's Tom Hardy and Austin Butler. Like the two actors, I think are both overrated a little bit. Like,
that's good, though. I'm not gonna. I watch it. I never even watched that. What's that TV show with the bike riders in it?
Buttfuckguys.com.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm
Sons of Anarchy.
That one. Yeah, Sons of Anarchy. I'm not subscribed to. I'm subscribed to the buttfuck.com. But yeah, it looked cool to me.
The movie does look pretty good, I'll be honest. But like, yeah, I think what they do with those $5 mystery movies is awesome. So you pay $5, you go see a movie. It's an early screening of a movie. Whatever you get, it's going to be an early screen. I think Regal does them. And you sit down, but you have no idea what you're going to see.
It sounds like Night of the Roxbury. It's like, hey, did you grab my ass? Grab my ass.
I drove the one, dude. Our only Regal's like 45 minutes for me, and I drove all the way there hoping it was going to be Terrifier 2 or something like that. And it was some fucking Zac Efron, the beer movie. It was Zac Efron, the Apple TV thing. So I paid. It was I think it was in October. So I was super fucking busy. I was super fucking stressed out. We had a lot of stuff going on, but I thought it could be this movie, so that could be cool. So I drove all the way there. And when the Zac Efron movie came up, I was talking to the people next to me. We're like, what do you think it's going to be? And that's a part of the fun atmosphere of it. Yeah. But then when that movie came up, I went, all right, you guys have a good night. I'm out of here. And they're like, seriously, dude? I was like, I'm busy as fuck. And I got up and I left.
Dude, but you're not cool. You know what? You're not a cinephile. A cinephile would have sat there and watched that shit.
You watch every second of the shit. You take this dick.
No, dude, it's kind of sad, though, that movie theaters have to do that kind of game to get people to come to the theater. It kind of shows like the erosion of the normal Saturday night. I'm gonna go to the movie theater and watch a film versus like, you know what I mean? Like you have to do trickery to get people to come to the theater.
Dude, I don't think it would be. Imagine a future where theaters got so desperate that trailers stopped existing, and every Friday night it was a new screening, and you didn't know what genre it was. You want to go see the mystery movie of the week? Show up at the theater and watch it.
Yeah,
it could be a disaster, but it could also reinvigorate movie making as a whole. It could reinvigorate the box office. Imagine sitting down with a group of random people. All of you know that you love movies, and that's all you know, and you have no idea what you're about to watch. But you're the first one to talk about. Fuck critics, fuck festivals, fuck everybody.
Well, that would be like without the internet.
The first one to see it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. One, that would hinge on the fact that there was no internet because people wouldn't be influenced. And
they just wouldn't. Well, these trailers.
Okay. But two. Okay, then fine. Just bring back drive-in.
That would bring back drive-ins.
I know. That's what I would
go
do.
To a drive-in.
I would fucking invest millions of dollars and bring back drive-ins.
It would also kill piracy.
Yeah, and then I would hire some fucking like greasers and they're gonna wear their leather jackets and they're gonna like walk around the parking lot.
It's a crazy thought, dude, but it could work. I think if theaters got desperate enough, if the box office went down bad enough, that should be their last ditch effort. Hey, no more trailers. Every week, one studio gets a movie in the theaters, like the HBO Sunday night movie of the week, and then you go.
But
you don't know what it's going to be.
Well, I don't like trailers either. Well, I do, but I don't like 18,000 trailers before the movie. But that's a part of how the theater pays their rent. So I understand
100%.
why they do it. But by the way, he was also going to say, as soon as Tom Hardy was about to be, the theater had a fire alarm and everyone evacuated because he's so fucking hot and his dick was so goddamn massive that everyone calmed down and they were like, guess what? We are all safe because Tom Hardy's dick is the size of a fucking nozzle from a fire department, and everyone can climb down that big dick to safety.
What actually happened was Tom Hardy had a line in the movie, and what he was supposed to say was, I'm not going to ride that bike around that street without a gun on me, right? That was his line in the movie. But since no one can fucking understand a goddamn word Tom Hardy says, what it sounded like he said was, you're going to pull a fire alarm before I go to this movie.
You know what?
$5. And someone pulled the fire alarm. That's actually what happened.
You know what's going to happen to you? You know what's going to happen to you?
I'm going to get gay.
You're going to wake up, and Tom Hardy's dick's going to be your mouth.
Promises.
You're gonna suck it. You're gonna suck it and love it.
What are you, the Tom Hardy dick fairy? Don't.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna be the fairy of Tom Hardy's wiener. Just like you're the fucking fairy of Gyllenhaal's wiener.
He said was finally seeing a great $5 early mystery screener, and it got cut off the screen early from a fire alarm. My luck was bad. No, same thing.
I thought you were joking from that shit. Holy fuck! It actually.
No, same fucking thing happened to me, man. I took MJ to see Smile. Actually, the movie we're about to do the sequel reaction to, and we are going to get to that, by the way. I promise.
Trailer reaction. Not that we haven't seen the movie yet.
But no, we never get early screeners because we live in Kentucky. I get emails all the time from press people, and they're like, "Hey, come to the screening, and here's your invite." And I'm like, "Oh, where is it?" They're like, "LA," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll just fuck myself and die."
Rodeo, yeah, it's like just come down the street. It's Rodeo Drive. Rodeo.
It's in New York City.
I got you.
Yeah, but like, and I'm always like, "Do you guys have virtual screeners?" I'm like, "No, you dumb fuck." And I'm like, "I'm in Kentucky."
Michael like, like, so what do you think about going to LA?
You're a stupid asshole. Fuck you. But not even like people who live in Florida get them too. We get dicked here in Kentucky. There's no early screeners at all.
Well, we're in the middle of like a fuck all part of the country.
But they had one. They actually had an early fan. It wasn't a critic screening. It was an early fan screening for Smile in the theater. So MJ and I, again, the Regal is like 50 minutes away from us. We drive down there. Me and MJ are sitting in the audience. She comes bringing like the gremlin she is with all her plates from her room coming around the corner. We're sitting there. I'm like, this is going to be a great scary movie. We're going to watch it a week early. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to go home and review it. And like the trailer's just black or the screen's just black. And the trailer tries to come on and it like fizzles out. And we're like, what the hell? They showed a trailer for Smile. And like, this is weird. And then eventually after like 25 minutes, the lights come up and they're like, some guy walks out and he's like, we didn't actually have the movie. So if you go out, they'll give you a refund at the door.
I knew it. I knew it, you fucking liar.
I'm like, I live an hour away. I'm not going to use this fucking refund ticket, you cunts. But so I never used it. It's in my fucking trash can somewhere.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It happens.
Happened to me too. It's far too long of a story. I apologize. Gary! Mike, can you find my comment on your Friday the 13th video? I made 3 comments. It's the one about how they can connect a movie to the remake. Gary, I love you. but everyone here is probably not going to wait for me to do that. And
what do you mean, Gary?
Should just put it in the comment, Gary. Put it in the comment.
You don't leave a comment and then tell someone, hey, did you see what I said?
I do love you, Gary. And high five to you. And I hope you have an awesome
I love you,
night.
Gary.
I can't do that right now, but I will go back and check it out myself after this is over. Austin, remember your first year bar hopping? Why do bartenders expect you to know the names of the drinks? I've never done
that's so
before,
true. That's so fucking true, dude. I was not a bar aficionado, as it were, when I first started my journey.
No.
I know. Can you tell? When I started my journey into the bar life, and I'd be like, I would like a beer, and people were like, oh my God, he's ordering a beer again. I didn't know to call it like, hey, can I get the ammo military fucking gun rise? And they'd be like, yeah, that now he's speaking bar lingo. It's like, what's a military gun rise? Oh, that's just that's a tequila over easy on an omelet. Oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stick it in me.
It's weird lingo. I don't know. I just know what I hear from movies. Like, give me a fucking martini, shake it. Not
I keep thinking about that scene from we reviewed it in last week's stream for Chris Sampson, Killing Him Softly. I keep thinking of that scene. It keeps popping in my head when Brad Pitt walks in. He's like, beer, and he's like, draft or bottle. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because I know what I'm going to say. If I say Michelob Ultra, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, can I? And they're going to say their little fucking witty bullshit. I'm like, just give me a fucking beer.
I'm the complete opposite. See, so I'm not specific about my drinks that much, but when I go out to eat, I want to go to a place that has a draft beer. I don't want some bottled bullshit. My mother-in-law's the same way.
About it.
My mother-in-law's the same way. Like, we're literally on vacation. We're looking at places to go eat. It's like, oh, they don't have draft beer. We're not going there. There's something about a draft beer in the middle of the afternoon that just feels right. It's not the same as a bottle. But I will say this: when I first started bar hopping at 19, 20 or whatever, I didn't give a shit. Like, they literally could have shit in a cup and given it to me. I'm like, fuck y'all, let's go. I just ordered whatever was whatever sounded good, and I would just drink it because I had lungs and a liver of steel, and I didn't care. Today, I'm like, if you put an ounce of sugar in that, I will fart and die.
I remember
right here in front of everyone.
Me and Mike went to was it Cheddar's? I don't remember where we went to.
Yeah, the painkiller.
Yeah, dude, they had like this. It was such. Oh God, you guys thought you were so cool.
Well, it was Tuesday 10 a.m.
Well, maybe we're just fucking drunks. I don't know. But we walked in and we were like, give us your fucking painkiller. Because they had a drink called painkiller. And it had all this mixed drinks in it. Like, whatever. We had two of them. And they're like, we got to cut you off. Holy shit.
It's like we too.
It's like we were like just found the Willy Wonka golden ticket. And they're like, we got to cut you off. And we we're like, what? I felt like someone had like tickled my taint a little bit. Like, that's what I felt.
You barely even felt it.
Yeah, it was all sugar. It was a pure fucking sugary drink. I don't know why we had two of them. Probably because we were egotistical, like, okay, and I'm gonna drive.
Honestly, most of those kind of drinks are a stomach ache before they actually even get you drunk. But that was back in the days when they had Applebee's they called them racers, right? We grew up in a completely different alcoholic world. Applebee's had these drinks called racers, and you would order them, and they were built so that you and your friend would take them, and they came with a straw, and you would drink them, and you would chug them with a straw. As fast as you could, and you would race to the bottom.
That's the Christian way.
Yeah, like today, that would murder me. I would die. I would die in an Applebee's, but we used to do it all the time.
It was funny. I remember I was reminiscing about one of our bar adventures, and I don't know why we didn't realize then. Wow, you're actually an alcoholic, but actually,
this was
but actually,
like in a video game.
Yeah, no,
XP points.
Yeah, no, actually, we were correct. We went to an Applebee's. When Mike lived in the same town as me, and we were gonna go see a movie. I don't know what movie it was, but this was like when
we were pre-gaming at Applebee's.
When movie theaters were serving alcoholic drinks was still like in the virgin years around here. So it was still like, so we went to Applebee's to get a couple of drinks before we went to see the movie, and we got like two tall boys of like Mick Ultra, which is not that heavy.
Right.
And we were finishing our second one, and we're going to get a third because the movie wasn't, I mean, maybe not a third tall, but we're going to get a third beer, and we were going to go and watch the movie. And the woman was like, they got on scary. She's like, yeah, on a I'm like, no. And she's like, y'all are fuck. before I give you another drink. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, what the fuck is this? Because she got all offensive or not offensive, but she got all defensive that we were not going to order their shitty Applebee's food to continue our drinking adventure. Like, no, we're just going to have and she's like, well, so fucking the policy dictates that we can't serve any more alcohol unless you order food. Like, you're a lying bitch, because there's no fucking way that Applebee's made a policy with the way they do business that you have to have you have to have food with your beer.
I've done this a lot, lady, and we ordered 2 beers and we tried to order a 3rd beer, and she goes, she was this crusty old man bitch, and she said, you have to order some food if you want a 3rd drink.
You have to order some fucking dishes, bitch.
I'm trying to go watch Minions 3. I need at least 3.
It was a lot cooler than Minions 3. It was something else. But I guarantee you it wasn't.
We were both like, we'll just fucking leave. We stormed out of that place so angry.
Well, listen, I gave her a tip. I gave her $1.
Yeah.
And then I said, you buy Honda stock. Here's a tip for you.
Honda stock.
No, but it actually pissed me off, because I was like, what the fuck is going, like, I know it was early in the morning. I understand. It was probably
Easter.
Yeah, they'd only been open like 15 minutes. I understand. Like, they opened at 10:30, we were there at 10:45, and we were already drinking. But fuck you! I'm an American. I'm red-blooded. Bruce Springsteen song. I want my fucking beer. Because I had never heard that shit before, and we weren't like, anyway. Like, we weren't falling down drunk when we came in, so you're not going to get accused of over-serving.
Right. Yeah, we were fine. I literally were on vacation, and everywhere you go, they have all these fancy drinks. And I know myself from one dark afternoon with Jay when it was during March Madness, I think. Jay and I was working 3rd shift at the time, so we started drinking at like 10 a.m. And I think we split a 6-pack of Sam Adams Summer Ale. And we're sitting out in the hot sun, and it's like 90 degrees, and we're drinking these summer ales, and then we ran out of alcohol, and then Jay's disgusting human being excuse for human being person that he was living with. We were like, do you have anything else we could drink? And she was like, well, I got this gigantic bottle of chocolate liqueur.
Oh God.
And so we start doing shots of chocolate liqueur in the 90-degree sun after housing a 6-pack of Summer Adams ale. And then she takes us home, and I'm like, Jake, come walk me to the door. And we get like halfway to the door, and we both sequentially start puking in my own yard in the sun.
I vomited with you to show solidarity.
Together. It was
because I saw you vomiting, and I'm like, I want you to know that I'm here for you. And I started vomiting. And that's what it was. I didn't want to vomit, but I decided to show solidarity with my friend. I will vomit too, because that way we can take the embarrassment together.
Yeah. So since that day, I cannot do chocolate liqueur, but they had this thing called a bushwhacker on vacation, and everyone was at the souvenir shop, and my mother-in-law,
oh shit, I forgot about it, dude. She's souvenir shop. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, with the big sharks and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She's the best. I love her to death. She's awesome. So me and her go into the bar, and we have a drink, and she orders a bushwhacker, and this thing is like a chocolate shake with like 17 different liquors in it, and it's frozen as shit. And like we split it together, and I'm like, I can't even drink this. I'm gonna die. And like literally after half of one, I could barely like walk out of the place. It's crazy. But the point I'm trying to make is we're gonna watch the Smile 2 trailer now, and then we'll finish up the super chats. Right afterwards. We got
open your butt cheeks up.
We got lost in the thing.
We're gonna lick it. What?
Before that, Nighttime says Salt, Blood, and Honey 2 better than the first and hilarious.
I never seen the first.
You, because I think that's a cash grab, and I think they're preying off of the good nature of horror fans, and I think those movies should stop.
Is Blood and Honey the Michael Jackson documentary?
Yes, that's exactly what it's about. You actually
I should have said that. That's nasty.
You didn't even think about it. Let's watch the Smile 2 trailer together.
Michael Jackson was never found guilty.
Yeah, well, it's questionable.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Hey, listen, if you're a grown man with kids in your house, you're kind of fucking weird anyway.
Why don't you beat it?
Beat it. Oh, well, apparently. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. Listen.
You know what? OJ didn't kill his wife.
And OJ's innocent too. All right, let's watch the Smile 2 trailer.
And they're both kind of black. The other one tries to be. What?
Okay.
Bleaching your skin. He had
Shush!
What was that condition called? Phalangiosha?
It's called pedophilia. Yeah. That's what
Pedialyte. Pedialyte.
It's just Pedialyte. It's just if you're hungover.
Hey, dude. Hey, if you want to get away with this shit on YouTube, just call it Pedialyte from now on. Just call it Pedialyte. They can't fucking they can't strike your video.
I gotta make sure I share the thing and the audio. Okay, here we go. Smile 2.
Yeah.
You guys doubted me. Here we are. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. I like it.
Lady Gaga. Miley Cyrus shit. Okay.
Stop. Oh, she didn't do it. I thought she was gonna do it.
She's wiping off that cum.
Why am I turned on?
Someone's gonna have their dick out going.
Huh?
Louis C.K.
Sky! What? No, get away from me!
That guy's in Roadhouse.
What is it?
Get away from me!
Louis?
You're nice.
Yeah. Oh. Hey,
That pre-workout just hit.
Something really crazy is happening to me. I keep seeing this face everywhere.
You witnessed a death. Now it's like
Oh, saucy.
I don't like it.
It's got to be like a parody of like Lady Gaga.
Oh,
Does it look like Green Inferno?
is that Kyle Gallner? Yeah. It's good.
That's a pretty cool shirt you got.
It's a family recipe.
It's gonna be a haircut.
Yeah, after a while.
Dude, I think that was a cool trailer. I
Yeah,
dug
all
that.
right. Oh.
Shut up, you whiny fucking whore.
Well, listen to
I think
me,
that looked
you
fun.
bitch. I think at the end of the day, it just seems like it should be on TNT after dark.
After the halftime show,
Monster
Charles
Vision.
Barkley.
Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans, not cornbread, out of sight. Oh, that was on TBS.
Biz, not cornbread.
What was that TBS Dinner in a Movie? By the
Yeah.
way, they should bring that shit back. That
They're
was
trying
fucking
to
awesome.
with Jason Biggs.
Well, it sucked.
Dude, I think that looks cool because they took the same idea, right?
I don't want to.
Now it's a pop star.
But it should be on the fucking streaming thing.
Why? Just because you don't like to go to
No,
movies,
dude, 'cause
doesn't
it
mean
seems-
the rest of us don't.
It seems
all right?
watered down a little bit.
You seem watered down in bed.
I know. Yeah, it's what happens.
Try something new. Put a finger in my butt every once in a while.
I can't wait to smell that.
Smell my finger, bro. It was in your butt. I think that looked good. I think I'm excited for it.
It looked like a fucking American Horror Story season 8. Or no, season 12 or whatever the fuck they're on. It looked like
Real
like
World
American
Scout.
Horror Story. It really did.
I think it looks like it's gonna be cool. Because okay, they could have done the simple thing. They could have just been like, okay, here's where the last movie left off. Now we have Kyle Gallner. We're gonna go through the rest of the thing. But they were like, no, fuck that. We're gonna do a pop star, Taylor Swift style.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna have to deal with this smile situation. And then here's the kicker though. What if she gets it and then she's on stage and she looks out into the camera, into the crowd, and she's like, and then it goes fucking wide like Chalice in Halloween 3. And he's like, for God's sake, stop it. That would be cool.
Smile shouldn't have had a sequel.
Oh, it's perfect for a sequel, you
No, it's
dirty biscuit fuck.
No, just like the other one, Talk to Me. I feel like it was a one and done.
Well, I feel like you're wrong.
But you know what? That's fine.
What?
Like, don't you? Isn't that weird for people? Like, you know how you can disagree? I'm like, well, that's fine. You can have a different opinion than mine. I'm not going to attack you personally, and what you look like, and what's your Twitter handle? Oh yeah, I need that too.
Yeah. Oh, in person, nobody's ever.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
all right, that's cool. You want to go get a juice box?
Like,
let's go get a juice box.
I don't agree with you. Okay, you want to go to Dairy Queen now? Okay.
Yeah, I like a flamethrower. Thank you.
That's cool. That's
online. It's like your mother smells like a dirty horse fucking shoe.
Is flamethrowers better than a chicken strip basket? Yes, it is. I don't want to hear any argument.
Listen, now I love a flamethrower as much as the next guy.
Chicken strip basket.
Let's just talk about it for a second. Let's just not jump to conclusions.
Okay, fine. Let's break it down.
Chicken strip baskets have the little fucking cup with gravy.
Woo-wee. Now that's some good shit right there. I like that. I do enjoy it. They have the toast. Buttered toast, we like that too. We like that.
If you want to go extra with it, you can actually order a side of flamethrower sauce on the side.
I know, and I've done it before with the fries.
Yes,
that you dip into the flamethrower sauce.
If you have a little cup of gravy and you have a little cup of flamethrower sauce, and you can dip both the fries and the chicken nuggets.
Ooh, that's
take
good.
Turns back and forth.
Now
I'm a switch hitter.
This is assuming you can't gain weight, because you've ordered a chicken strip basket and a flamethrower sandwich.
You're at Dairy Queen to gain.
You are definitely on the run from the law. That's how you keep your calories down.
Yeah.
But what's better? But what is better? If you're fucking drunk right now, someone said I can magically make this
flamethrower burger. That's a flamethrower. If you're drunk,
it is. I mean, it is what it is.
That's just true.
I want a flamethrower burger with a sauce, with the extra side of sauce.
Just dip your face right into that fucking
God
thing.
damn it.
Listen, I don't care.
Chicken strip basket.
That little floppy fucking bacon that comes in there.
Listen, the chicken strip basket from Dairy Queen is like what it is. The first time you discover, like, back in the day, what a movie store was. Like Blockbuster, you go in, you walk around. Yeah. Like, this is amazing. Sure. The flamethrower is when you're 18, you can go to the porn room. And like, holy fucking fire.
Tough to beat.
This is pre-internet, by the way. But
yeah.
But dude, at the end of the day, flamethrower sandwich. The flamethrower sandwich has survived. How the fuck is the flamethrower sandwich survived, and the jalapeno thick burger from Hardee's has not come back?
That's true. They're both good. They're both good, but the flamethrower does leave you feeling terrible about yourself and your life.
Oh yeah, you're fat as fuck when you eat one.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. I had one on the way back from vacation. I was like, "It's my last day before I try to get
you get the flamethrower."
Yeah, I got one 4 days ago.
Ooh, do you when you eat it?
The dog got lost, but I was trying to find the dog. But meanwhile, I was like
when I eat a flamethrower sandwich and I burp, I feel like I taste bacon when I burp, like all the time. Like it's like a day.
Fucking bacon on that shit.
Good shit, dude.
That's why. TJ Gop, welcome back, my Kentucky brothers. I also decided to wait at home for Bad Boys 4. Yeah, I'm there too. Like, I want to see it, but yeah. The next movie.
How come when I say it, everybody's like, "Fuck you, Jay. You don't support theaters
every time, you dirty slut."
Fucking hose.
Go to the movie theater. Go to the fucking movie theater.
I do, and they keep throwing me out because I'm like somehow recording with my phone.
It's like you wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah, just because I want to go with that guy I'm like that like talks about gambling all the time.
I also decided to wait at home for Bad Boys 4. The next movies I'm seeing in theaters will be Maxine and Deadpool and Wolverine in July, and then Alien Romulus the following month. I know, that's a good Jay. List. I'm gonna guess right now. Jay will not see Maxine in theaters. You will see Deadpool, Wolverine, and you will see Alien Romulus. Is that correct?
Correcto.
I'm seeing all three. You're a dirty little bitch, is what you are.
It's funny because I've already seen Maxine.
Yeah,
I did.
When? At your bar mitzvah?
5 weeks ago.
Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. Chase, Portugal, you excited for Lethal Weapon 5 with Mel Gibson set direct? Chase, that's a lie. Mel Gibson's been saying that for like 10 years. It's the Warner Brothers is never gonna promote a movie with Mel Gibson direct. I wish they would. I would see it. We're really, really, really no, seriously, listen to us. We are too fucking old for this shit. We got to get that point across. I would watch it, but they're never going to greenlight it, no matter what Mel Gibson says. Chase Portugal, I just fucking read
you
that.
Literally just did that, dude.
Shut up. I'm stupid. Pablo J. I joined late here. Did you guys talk about the whole Friday the 13th series?
No,
we actually didn't. All this time.
What happened?
It's fucking nuts, dude. They released this bombshell fucking story that explained what happened to the Crystal Lake TV series. And basically, it's a bunch of back and forth. A bunch of people say that A24 was not prepared for an IP like Friday the 13th, and they were fucking it up, and they had a bunch of inexperienced people who didn't know what they were doing. It was way over fucking budget. Kinda. It was way over fucking budget. It was all fucked up, but the story was that it was set to be a deconstruction of the first 4 Friday films.
Okay, first off, if the goddamn script sounds like a college dissertation, fuck you. I don't want to hear it. Just write the fucking movie.
And you know what? You're right. I think the problem with Crystal Lake from the beginning was the fact that they were trying to do too goddamn much.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it all fancy-mancy. It's a fucking Friday the 13th film. We don't need all the Pamela shit. We don't need all the Elias shit. Make a fucking movie about Jason killing campers in the woods. And now you're over budget. How the fuck do you get over budget? $85 million for a fucking TV show about Jason goddamn Voorhees? What the fuck shit butt crack?
Whose dick I gotta suck to get this kind of funding?
It's
how
nuts.
The fuck do people get like? I don't get it, man. Like,
how do you fuck that up?
I don't know how you get funding. Well, yeah, you're right. How do you get funding? How do you get from square one to where you are right away? You're almost not right away, but you're on the verge of creating the show with like zero idea on how to run it. And whatever.
And allegedly they were super over budget, but there's a lot of people say that weren't, so it's a big fighting thing, but it's just a huge fucking mess.
I'll be watching Cobra Kai. I'm done.
Where it lands is there Nick Antosca, who you and I did a whole script review of his script, is in the running to take it over, and they're still going to make the show. So they're still going to make the fucking show. So at least we got that. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Christopher Nixon. Miss you guys. Glad you haven't been seen. Guess you haven't seen Under Pairs. Apparently, it's a Jaws ripoff. I haven't seen it yet, but also political, not my thing. Oh, I didn't know it was political.
I didn't know either. Here's the thing. It sucks that we live in a world today where, like as soon as you say that, it's political, and people are like, "Oh, fuck," you know what I mean? And that can be left or right. It doesn't matter which one you're talking. Yeah, it's like, fuck, dude. Like, it's so weird.
It's a French film.
Well, yeah, but they're very political over there, I guess. I mean, they get tired of like not shaving their armpits and
croissant,
and not eating croissant. But at the end of the day, I didn't know anything about it. But any movie that's like overly, again, we talk about that. Anything that's overly political and it's like beating your head in with a hammer, fuck that movie. Like, I mean, I'm all about, like, I understand like a visionary or director telling a story. And maybe they have a message, but they can do it subtly. George Romero was a master of doing it.
To be honest, when I was at the beach and we had the whole shark attack situation, I had a bunch of people bringing up Under Pairs to me, and I was like, I have a little bit of PTSD from the fucking close encounter we have with the shark. I don't want to watch a shark movie for a while, but when I'm ready to, I will check it out.
Well, they were like, that shark voted for Trump.
That's what it was. It literally had his face. It's like, I am the best shark. I swim faster than all the other sharks.
I go through the water and I'm ready to take you down with my fins.
I'm the biggest shark, the most not racist shark you've ever seen. Azteca Aguilara, Michael J. Sing, I be stroking. I be stroking.
That's it.
That's
it, Azteca.
I be stuck.
I've been stroking. You know what? I can't say that without doing Slenderman. I've been stroking.
Gary, why can't they do what MCU is doing with Netflix Daredevil? Just put Jason's body in the same place it was in 2009, so they are not connected, but they are in fans' headcanon. Evil Dead movies. It's so simple, dude. Just put Jason in the fucking woods. That's all you need.
Well, that's it. But the reason why that they're not doing it like you're saying, Gary, is because a lot of filmmakers and directors and showrunners or whatever, they're egotistical as fuck. And they don't want to give any credit to someone else that had an idea beforehand that worked because for whatever, it makes them feel like they have a small dick. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like, 100%. That's why we
can smell our own.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's what it is. I think it's an ego, it's an ego thing.
Yeah.
Like you could look at a storyline of a popular character or something like, well, why didn't they continue that storyline? It's ego. They're like, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
So
it's like a new GM trying to draft a whole new quarterback for a football team. Gary said they keep losing the rights to Evil Dead, so technically they're not connected, but they were so similar they're connected in fans' head, and that works perfectly.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to ego of showrunners and directors, and like what we would consider like an obvious layup. Do what the fans want. Do what the fans like.
It's got to be mine.
It's got to be mine. I got to put my dick stain on it.
Yeah. Gee, by the way, Justin Timberlake got a DUI.
I mean, and that is like 18th.
It just makes sense. It's gonna be May. Cole's Lab. This is a bar restaurant. There's this bar restaurant by me, and it has an arcade games and a self-serve beer IPA tap. Need to go back there. So
That's
we have
badass,
both
dude.
of
That's
those.
cool.
We have a bar that's also an arcade that's pretty fun called
yeah.
the Burl around here. We've been there together. And but there's another place. They have the self beer garden tap, but it's annoying as fuck because you have to go load a card with like points before you can use it. And it's super complicated. And you're like, just bring me a goddamn beer.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
And somebody comes out, it's like, find what you love what you find.
Just bring me what I want. And I'll go
I can't.
away.
Those goddamn beer garden commercials. I'm done with them. That one girl going, you know what I'm talking about? Love what you find. And she's like, I'm like, fuck it. I want to smack you so fucking hard. I don't know what it is.
Reminds me of Idris Elba when he's about to go bang Charlize Theron and Prometheus is like, love the one you with.
Yeah, dude, it's so corny. Like, I feel like watching that commercial, like when you pick a scab and you don't want to pick it, but you pick it anyway. It's like watching that commercial.
Joe Valentine, Defense Dog Cage was great for the 2-year-old on vacay. Oh, you know, that's smart. That is smart. You take the dog cage and then you put the child inside.
I don't know what
I made that seem so much darker than it was.
I literally, Joe, I'm not lying. I thought I was stroking out when I was reading your shit. I didn't know what the fuck you were saying.
I get what you're saying, Joe. I get what you're saying. Lucky my children are older, so they understand. Adrian Ybarra says, I don't know if you heard, but all these Gen Z dweebs are pooping in their skinny jeans, scared they're going to be drafted in the military. Enlistment's been.
I heard about that. No, I heard about that. I can't fucking wait for us to throw all these pussies and watch them melt like butter against the fucking enemy. That's going to be great. Like, say my pronoun, bitch. And then just melt.
We're all going to die. It's fine. No matter what happens, Adrian, we're all going to die. He says, so Crystal Lake was to have a season that elaborated on the first 4 original Friday the 13th films. Sounds interesting. I don't know about Charlize Theron as Pamela, though. That was the thing. They wanted Charlize Theron to play Pamela in the first season.
She's hot as fuck. Oh, my God. But here's the thing. At the end of the day.
A little too hot for Pamela, right?
Well, I've seen Monster. The way they made her look in Monster.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, if they're going to do, like, the makeup, like, with Christina Ricci, the way that. Yeah, listen, Charlize Theron is a great actress, and like I actually could see her in that role, but would she do it? I don't really think that she'd do it. Unless here's the thing: if I were her agent, she'd have to be. So wait a minute, they'd have to make the whole show around her because she's such a megastar. Like, there's no way that she would do it without her being like front and center. So
apparently they passed Claire Danes passed. They wanted Claire Danes and she said no.
She's good too. But I don't want to watch a show about Pamela Voorhees. I'm sorry. I'm fucking done with that.
And I'm with you on that. Now that this I was so thirsty for Jason. I was like, whatever you want to do, just give it to us, A24. But now that whole thing's been fucked, I'm like, you know what? Let's scrap the whole prequel idea. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Let's do Jason. Let's go fucking hard. Let's do that. It's simple. Stop fucking making it more difficult than it needs to be. Michael Parton passing on Smile 2 for 2 things. Scarefest weekend. Oh, is that coming out on Scarefest weekend? Shit.
Oh, shit, it is.
And the first Smile was okay, but I can't take films with people making the Willem Dafoe face. Seriously. He's like, here's the thing about my friend. He's gay, and it's wonderful.
Well, that's true. Michael's talking about, if you look at Spider-Man, the way that Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Out am I? Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
I'm something of a scientist myself. Andrew DeBarra says, not only is the Celtics boring as hell, true, but worse is the ESPN Finals coverage. Yes. The network overall has gone to crap. It's Disney brand, though, so it makes sense. Yeah, dude, TNT, Charles Barkley, Shaq, dude, they're all so good. And watching ESPN try to like do the same thing is just embarrassing. It's fucking awful.
Remember back in the day when they were all like separate entities and they did their own thing?
Yeah.
Like, there was TNT, TBS, Fox, CBS, all that. But you would know if you went to that channel what you were getting into. But now they're all the same.
Well, and they take turns covering shit. Everybody, every NBA, like 98.5% of NBA fans just want inside the NBA on TNT. But we have to listen to Stephen A. Smith just act like a goddamn goober.
He'll be a racist, dude, because he's black.
Yeah, I hate Charles. I love Charles Barkley and Shaq, but fuck Stephen A. Smith. Adrian says, favorite sandwich chain? Mine are Jersey Marks, Blimpie's, Firehouse, but number one for me. Subway's too inconsistent and hires the worst.
Well, you know, like I do the character of Slenderman that loves Subway, but Subway, 100%, I agree with you. Like they say, like they don't really give you a foot long. Like it's all bread. Most of it's bread. and then the rest of it, it's like old ass fucking meat that's been there for like, since Christ was walking around. He came in and they're like, we don't have enough fish. He's like, here you go, fish. And like, that was like 2,000 years ago. My favorite, but I'm gonna pee my pants. I gotta pee real fast. I know we're almost done, but it's emergency. God damn it!
I'm sorry.
Well, okay, it's fine.
After Adrian, we're at Gary at 10:50, but I'll be right back. Lickety splits.
Well, here's the thing, Adrian. We don't have a lot of those restaurant chains around us, so it's very limited. I mean, I like in the town that I live in anyway. It's just Subway and Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's, for their part, they're way better than Subway, 100%. I've never had Jersey Mike's or Blimpies or Firehouse, even though I've seen them. I see you. I know that they exist and they're near me. I just haven't stopped. They're not near me. They're in a separate town, but I never stopped there. But you're right about Subway. Anyway, I don't know what Mike said. Where I'm at. Holy shit, dude. But guys, I'm going to tell you what. And I know that you guys know this. I am drunk and I am feeling good, right? I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm not drunk. I'm high on life, is what I'm saying. Because this has been fun and it's been a while. And guess what? I just landed on where we are right now. So, thank you, Adrian. Gary, you guys calm the fuck down. Let me talk for a second. Says also, Fede Alvarez from Evil Dead 2013 and Alien Romulus should direct Friday the 13th. You're correct. They both are genuine sweethearts. I've read their Hallmark cards. No, but you're right. They both are. They could be. They could do a good job with Friday the 13th. I don't think they want to do that. I don't think Fede Alvarez. Why did I say both? What the fuck am I? You know what? It's a lot of beer that's been happening in my head. I don't think Fede Alvarez should direct Friday the 13th. I'm happy with what he's doing. I'm sorry, Gary. I don't agree with you. I think Fede Alvarez should stick to the Evil Dead and the Alien thing and move on from there. But either way.
My favorite sandwich chain is probably going to go. I'm going to go with Jimmy John's, dude, because we order it so much around here. The tuna is unstoppable.
Thank God.
Don't you rush me.
No. Thank God, because I'm drunk, dude.
I just want to let you know I had a great pee. Adrian and everyone, it was a solid pee. It was wonderful. The best pee I've ever had.
But the longer I go, the less I trust myself. I already answered that.
I'm just saying, I agree with you. I think Fede Alvarez would be an amazing Friday the 13th director. Child of the Corn Pone, we used to call him. Bought my Scarefest tickets. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't wait to see you again. It was so nice to hang out with you last time. Dude. He is tall. Sorry, Jay. I'm playing Biscuit at Marika's because at the end of the day, we all did it for the nookie. Easy on the makers, Mike. Hey, I'm not even drinking makers tonight, pal. You know, but I will be on Scarefest weekend.
What, child? That's fine because you're taller than me and I can't say anything.
Listen, child. We will probably all end up at Marika's doing horrible things to each other's bodies. Rob, Kitz Miller, Spielberg's upcoming UFO horror movie. End of story. Dude, he's doing another one. Spielberg's doing another UFO movie. I'm fucking jacked to my titties.
Shit, dude.
Double titties.
What a fucking,
original.
What an asshole.
What a fucking dick. How dare you make more movies?
You
should stop.
You're uncovering the truth.
To the stars, Tom DeLonge.
I am drunk, guys. Holy shit.
Nighttime says in Korea, The Devil's Rejects was titled Monster.
No, it would no what you know what? In Korea they could just call it like free food. And it would be a horror movie to Kim Jong-un.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
No, because like they're starving in North Korea. Like you just call it free food.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the non-delivery. God damn it. We're done. Go, Jay. Be free.
I have to go.
Be free
guys.
with your liver.
I'm going to go fall down the steps before I make it. Because, I have to come up steps to get here. And now I have to walk down steps to get back. It's been fun.
We missed you guys so bad. This was so fun. And we'll see you. I don't know. We'll plan it out soon. Maybe Saturday. We'll talk about it. I don't know what you got going on. Gary did say that Alvarez is going to capture the original feel of these franchises. I agree.
That's what I said, dude.
Alvarez would be great for either.
That's what I said, dude. That's what I said. I said that before you said it. That's weird. You see what I'm saying?
We love you so fucking much, you guys.
Love you guys.
It's like oh God. I was gonna say it reminds me of it reminds me of in Speed, after after they stopped in a stop for the first time and they're at the rewards dinner, and it was like it's like Jeff Daniels' character stands up, he's like, I'm drunk. He's like, I'm gonna go home, have some sex. And then Keanu Reeves goes, Harry, you're gonna go home and puke. And he's like, yeah, well, that'll be fun too. That's what's just happening. I love you guys so much. We'll see you guys soon. Miss you.